Hello everybody, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It is Monday. And you know what happens on Mondays? People get manic. Do people still know that song? Hello, hello. Okay, wait, I'll go from the top. We have to take TA first. TA is not gonna be here for the beginning of the stream. But thank you for the $10 total super chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you, TA. Hope he has good eeps. Okay, and then hello, Nugget. Hello, Anuber. Hello, Nimby. Who else? Hello, Mau. And I think Go Bugs was here as well. It's here as well. Hello, Go Bugs. Good morning. Good morning. And also, hello, Solus. Monday means work. Work? Well, I did have like a lot of stuff to do today, so I guess yes, kind of. I had the day off. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Briar. Hello, 𝒂�𝒌� of waifus. Welcome. Nobody has the 69% brain rot. My head hurts. What happened? Maybe you need water, like you're dehydrated in the night. Maybe you need water. How would you do in the day? We're doing good. Wow. Yolks are being exchanged. I have only 2 days of work this week and 4-day weekend. Wow. That's so nice. I think I am dehydrated. Drink all that water. Briar, what is it, Briar? What is it? What happened? Oh my god! Gift member! Oh my god, Nugget got it. Hello?
Briar Trumpet gifted membership to Just a Musical Nugget.
You sniped Nugget! Thank you, Briar 𝒂💏💂💏 by lightning for the gift member. It might have been the drink I had. Yeah, that might have happened. Alcohol can make headache too. Though that never happened to me. Then again, I don't drink alcohol. I'm giving yolks. You're giving yolks? My food I want to heat up for dinner got bugs in them. Throw it out. Unless you want extra protein. But just throw it out at that point. Get something else. Get some food. Get some yummy food. Don't eat them bugs. Hey Briar, hello Briar Trumpet. And also hello Lucas, welcome. Welcome everybody. Just welcoming everybody. I should probably talk about eating bugs. No, don't eat them! Unless you're doing it for content. Don't quote me on that. I'm not legally responsible if somebody does it for content. I mean, there are like worms you can eat. Like there are edible worms. I don't eat them. But I know they exist. I don't drink alcohol. There's something about it. Just because I don't drink alcohol, I don't like it. It's very bitter. Even though I drink coffee, I know that is a kind of, it's a different kind of bitter. I was looking forward to it. Can you get something else that's similar? At least, or maybe something else that you have a craving for. I said the Skyrim and Dark Souls. Wow, 2 good games. I played Skyrim. I have like I think I have like 100% in it, like achievements. But they might have like introduced new things, and then I did not have the achievements anymore. Do I have the? No way, I have the achievements. Dark Souls I did not. I only played like the first boss or something, you know. Not really my thing. Nothing will ever be the same. Just go and get the food! On the PS3. Wow! I never had it. I have a PS4. I don't have a PS3. I don't know how the PS3 plays like. It's a similar to Dracula. I don't drink wine. I see. I should read that one of these days. Cause like, I know I like vampires though, but I still have not read like Dracula and stuff. You 100% Skyrim? I did. I have a few games on Steam which are 100%. I could check real quick. I have like, but apparently I have like 60 games where I 100%, but some of it is like, some of it is like very short games, you know, like indie stuff. What is 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔, Monster Hunter World, Dungeon Defenders 2, Fallout 4, The Forest, Skyrim, Vampire, Streets of Rogue, Honey Pop, Cat Quest 2, Shadows Overloading, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, West of Loading, Life is Strange, Vampire the Basket. Wait, no, that's code. That's just a visual novel. South Park, The Stick of Truth, Papers, Please, Little Nightmares, all these things. But play ever since PC have 100%. I mean, if you just maybe they just don't like, some people just don't like to hunt achievements, I guess. I hate vampires. Why do you hate vampires? I like vampires. One of the quizzes we're gonna be doing today is about vampires. Oh yeah, so we're gonna do a bunch of personality tests today. I don't know if I can do all of them. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 7 of them prepared. I know it's quite a lot. Oh my jeez Louise, or the Christmas cheese. This one has 140 questions. Why does the D&D one have 140 questions? Well, wait, I should check the other ones. Oh, this one has 36. This one I can't check right now. This one has rough. This one has 54. Vampires tend to be stubby. Well, vampires tend to be stubby. One of the achievements was bug and with a trigger. Which one was it? Yeah, well, when you have an unachievable achievement, it does take the wind out of your sails. Hello, welcome back. Welcome. They suck. They do suck. Hello, Saba is very cool. Welcome. And I don't know what the other personality tests are like. I just thought it would be fun. We could do the personality test. How are you doing today? We're doing good. Because also the other day I was in Althea's stream, and then they were calling her chaotic evil, or was it lawful evil? They were calling her a sort of evil, and I was thinking like, I don't remember my result from like the alignment test, so I should do that. Is the egg evil? From the last time I took like the D&D alignment stuff, I'm not evil. I believe I'm like neutral. I think I'm chaotic neutral or something like that. Like I could flip either way, but sometimes I do things for fun, you know? We want to get to 1984. Oh, you're doing the eggs? The egg counter, 184 eggs. That is a lot of eggs. Just don't try to spam it. It's better to have eggs happen naturally. Tend to be chaotic, good barbarian. I don't think I'm a barbarian. Egg is evil. Only evil people like eat the birds. Their hearts are controlled by darkness. Darkness! So much in darkness. Sounds chaotic neutral. Yeah, I think I was chaotic neutral last time I took the quiz. Alright, I'm gonna switch to the thing. Okay. This is my browser. Wait, I will put the link of the quizzes when I do the quizzes. Okay? I'll put the link in the chat. That way you guys can do it too. And if you want, you can go on to Discord and then you can like post your results if you want. Or you can just say in chat, it's fine. So this is the first one. It's a D&D character one. I think this is not the alignment. I think the alignment I will do next This one's like 140 questions. That's a lot of questions. This is gonna take a while. Everyone is a barbarian. I'm a barbarian. What the hell? What the hell? Damn. Yeah, it's a lot of questions. The quest require JavaScript and pop-up. Well, I'm using Chrome for this, so I think we should be good. Okay. As far as looks go, I am ugly, average, attractive, extremely attractive. I'm ugly. This is so out of... I'm a VTuber for a reason. When it comes to memory, I have a hard time remembering things. I remember most things, though several details elude me. I remember about everything. The problem is with my memory, I'm like... I feel like I forget a lot of things that happened really recently, but then I can somehow remember very specific minor details that have no reason being in my brain. So I don't know, like, what that counts as. Maybe remembering most things? I guess that. Are you role-playing a character? No, I'm being real here. This is B. I'm not like, I mean, like, if I wanna roleplay, then it will just be kind of funny. And I'll be like Goober. Unless we can do like another stream and I'll just be Goober the whole time. Be like, I'm evil. You know? But no, this is B. I did this quiz for you. Level 10 charisma warlock. Wait, was debate. Well, at least you can talk your way out of things. Pure Briar, organic Briar. The following statement most accurately describes it. I have an extremely difficult time making new friends. I make friends fairly easily. People go out of their way to keep in touch with me. I make new friends everywhere. I think I make friends fairly easily when I put my mind to it, you know? Because I'll be like... Because if I want to make friends, I'll be like, yo, what up? But then there are people who don't want to interact. Then if they don't reply, I just don't reply. I just don't bother. But I think most people, I think I can reach out fairly well. But then again, it's like, okay, I can't make new acquaintances, but I don't, cause like friends, there's also like different level of friends, you know, cause like you have like really good friends, and you have like okay friends, and you have like friends that you kind of chat with, but if they're not like personal, you know what I mean? You can't talk anything out with 10 charisma. Oh no. But at least you won't offend anybody, perhaps? When it comes to willpower, I have no vices. I've never been tempted by anything. Temptation. I mean, what did they be? Like, usually when people talk about vices, they'd be like, alcohol and whatnot or whatever. But I think mine would be eating. I think I'll be like delicious food. Tempted by egg. Oh, and also I get tempted by good deals. Not really good deals. Sometimes I see a deal and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that even though I don't need it type thing. I think that counts. I have no vices, but I've been tempted by things from time to time. Wait, I have some vices. I've succumbed to temptation only rarely. Avenue number 3. I'm not like super crazy. And when they're like, buy one get one free, and then I get it, but I don't need any of it, you know. Rate your persuasiveness. I can make people do almost anything I want them to do. No, that's not true. I have an easy time convincing others to see things my way. That's not. I just don't argue with people most of the time, because there is no point in trying to change someone's point of view. They're not going to keep up on question 20. I have to comment. You can do the question fast. You can take your time. But yeah, persuade. Yeah, I think most of the time, there is no point trying to convince somebody out of something. But I guess this is like telling people to do things. You know what? Some of the time, you know, like if I say like, can you help me do something, and they're like no, and then if I be like very logical about it, they might be like okay, fine. But I think they might be more inclined to agree because they want me to shut up. That could also be a thing. The following statement describes my health. Oh, I'm sick sometimes. I don't think I'm sick a lot. I think I'm sick maybe like 2 or 3 times a year, which I think it's like average. High wisdom and card. I'm born to be a ranger, forced to be a warlock. You could have shoot people. You could have You could have been a stealth ranger, archer. When it comes to stamina, oh, I've been doing ring fit. I need to get back to it. I did it a bit yesterday. I didn't do much. Yesterday was supposed to be like day 40. But that's only like how many times I logged into the ring fit. It's been over a period since like February. But even though I've been playing it, it's not like actual like long periods of exercise. So I'm still very out of shape. I'm able to exercise with no ill effects. I have a hard time running. Regularly exert myself physically. I would just say I have a hard time running. You never play stealth. My only stealth is there's a witness. But that's also... But if there's a witness, that means stealth succeed. When it comes to leadership, oh, I'm a terrible leader. Where's the terrible leader part? I've never been in a leadership position. Rate your learning ability. I think I learned pretty fast. I think I learned pretty fast. But also kind of depends on what I'm learning. Because when it comes to like certain things like music theory, my brain turns to mush. But when my friends were teaching me how to play Magic the Gathering for the first time, they were like, "Oh, you're learning pretty fast." So I would just use learning Magic the Gathering rules as my basis of learning abilities. Bored with a super, just wait for the force to be elusive boarding star. I did not know the first one, but I do know the second one. When it comes to my problem-solving ability, I just Google things. I'm able sometimes to figure out a solution. I just Google things. The definition of warlock in Furious Space, it's supposed opposite. What is it supposed to be? What do you mean? Well, at least it's like when they make warlock a special thing and not like some shows where warlock just beats like a guy version of a magician. That's Harry Potter, I think. How tough are you? I can punch eggs. I can take punches. No, I cannot take. I don't think I can take punches. When people jokingly hit me, they hurt me. No. No, I can't. I can't fight. Of course. I've never. I don't think I tussled since I was like a kid. But I don't think I'm fragile because like I'm always the one who carries the groceries. Cause my parents, they don't carry the groceries. I'm the one who carries the groceries. So I think I'm okay. Cause like, and I'll be like, do you need help? I'm like, no, I carry all the bags. Oh, it was. They should be since they're searching for knowledge, finding shortcuts to regular villages. Oh, but they change it. 𝒓𝒏💔 Windrunner is an elf archer from World of Warcraft. Ah, I don't know World of Warcraft. But thank you for the context. My body is in pretty good shape. No, it's out of shape. Yes, thank you. When it comes to common sense, I think people come to me for advice. I think they do. I'm fairly logical. I do make a lot of mistakes, but I can be fairly logical. Warlock is someone who takes magical powers by conjuring with the higher power. Oh, right. They do that. I forgot my Baldur's Gate. It meant Oathbreaker was a term used to describe pagan sorcerers. A priest who broke the rules of their 𝒓𝒏𝒌𝒔. 𝒓𝒏𝒌𝒔? That's a vampire the masquerade top as well. I believe egg is above average intelligence. I'm intelligent? Rate your sensory perception ability. I don't think I'm very aware of my surroundings. I wouldn't say I'm poor in a... You know what? I might be poor in awareness. Because I don't... Because like some people, they're like in like a cafe or whatever, and like because like they'll be you know, like sometimes my friends will be like, oh, look at that table over there, they're like arguing or whatever, you know, so like they can see like what other people are doing. But for me, I kind of like block everything out. I don't pay attention to what other people are doing, but at the same time, I'm very good with directions. No, not really very good with them, but like more aware of like where I'm going and whatnot. Cause like, as how Michael Reeves would put it, he goes into the Minecraft caves and he can find his way out based off like the location of the blocks. I can do that as well. I don't think I'm aware. I'll just put extremely poor awareness. They get power from charisma, convinced their magical sugar daddies. that does make sense. Shouldn't clerics, you said? But wouldn't cleric be more like, I worship you, holy being that is not as evil as whatever warlocks are doing? I can lift average. I can lift average. I can lift more than my parents, but they're just old. When it comes to sprinting, I probably still. I probably still. The following statement most accurately describes me. My insight concerning life is almost supernatural. What does that mean? My gut feelings are always right. I don't think I have gut feelings. I'm fairly certain biologically I have a gut, but I don't think it has feelings. I have a hard time judging people's intentions. Sometimes my gut feelings are right. I would say sometimes my gut feelings are right. I would say like I'm completely blind to people wanting to like scare me or anything. But what is it? Warlocks can be good. Warlocks can be good? No, yeah, I mean warlocks can be good, but I mean like they're like the people that they're trying to get power from. Those there are traditionally not good, right? That was what I was mentioning. Can Briar see through people? X-ray vision? When it comes to hand-eye coordination, I'm horrible at video games. No, I'm not that bad. Okay, I'm not as good as most people, but I'm average. I'm average. This statement accurately describes me. I had the highest GPA in my class. I think that depends on the subject. I think that was the case for like some of my things, you know, like, but not everything. I was a good student. I made the A and B honor roll. I was an average student. I was a bad student. So the thing about me is that if I'm not interested in something, I'm like, I have like no effort in it. So like, if you look at it for my grades, it will be more like my English and everything, A. History, fail. Basically something like that. Which I guess is average? Sort of? Like, I don't try at all. Good morning, Fountain Stem. Welcome. Hope you have a good morning. Briar getting clown eye to do nothing but spam step 1 fight. Or the King Departs 4th fight. Oh, is it the one? Is it the one where I was countering that one guy for like 6 hours? That was also because apparently I was very low level when I got to that area. Okay. I don't think I have to. You know what? I would just say I'm average. I'm an average intelligent person. The following statement most accurately describe my tolerance for alcohol. I don't drink. How would I know my tolerance if I don't drink? I drink all night, never get drunk. Never done that. I never drank all night. At most, like 1 cup. Do they call it a cup? You know, like 1 glass. Unless but there was one time where my friends gave me soju. If we got like the soju bottles, and then they gave everybody like a shot of like each soju bottle. And I think soju has like higher alcoholic content. Stuck spinning around until you vomit. That's different! That's like your balance, your liquid in your ears and all that. I don't know. I guess I'll put normal because I don't know what my tolerance for alcohol is. It's constitution. I guess that's fair. It is constitution. I think I would get dizzy very easily though, because I've been sometimes I have to cancel streams because of motion sickness. To watch yolks, I think a lot of people have yolks, cause like I don't think yolks are very difficult to get. Like I think the drop rate is pretty high. The gain rate. Physical labor I regularly perform. Very little. I have a sedentary job. I do not work out. And yolks are fun. Hell yeah. Oh no, we're bald! I'm bald now. What? Yeah, I can be bald now. This model can be bald now. Yeah, I mentioned it, I think it was a few days ago. In the beginning of stream. I think it was Ear Trumpet. He triggered the bald. And then I said that actually I could have gone bald. The command to go bald was live since like one day last week. But the whole week, only until the very end of like the whole week nobody triggered it. Only at the very end somebody actually triggered the bald. It was kind of funny. I asked my baba, my vtuber baba, can you make it bald? And then she took a while because she was busy with like personal things. But when she finally got back to me, she was like, "Oh, it took a while also because apparently I made your head a bit concave when I was like doing the rigging." And then I was like, "Oh my god, I had that gamer head. I had the gamer dent in my skull." You can see the eyes better. Yeah, you can see the eyes better. Briar. Okay, when it comes to reflexes, I never noticed if I'm fast or slow. If I punch someone as hard as I could, I'm probably hurt them, you know? Maybe. I think I would. But not very well. Like, if I'm like, I imagine if I'm very upset, you know? And then I want to like hurt somebody. I'll probably like hurt them pretty bad. But I wouldn't know like if I would have the knowledge to hurt people effectively. Unless, you know, I go for the eyes or anything. Being bald expose your brain. But causing what they bad? No. I can do brain rot. I can also do brain rot. Where is it? Oh my god, yes, my brain is rotted. Hello, Yoko, welcome! Stabby is more fun than punchy. Source cup card. That is so true. Yeah, hello, Yoko. Hurting means you must have a killing intent. Yeah, that is true. The following statement most accurately describes my athletic ability. Oh, I'll probably be picked last. It's worse to be weak or fragile. Isn't it the kind of this? I guess it's not the same. It's probably worse to. Is it better to be weak or fragile? Weak or fragile is worse. Well, if I have to think so much, it's probably bad to think so much. For me, I think like fragile is probably bad because that means like because fragile I associate it with more like physical things. So if you like can't even get out of bed, that's probably not good. Low constitution, I see. You can't move things, you get hurt easier. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, it's better to be graceful or tough. Who needs to be graceful? I don't want to be a ballerina. It's better to have strength or stamina. It's better to have stamina. It's better to be physically powerful or physically agile. I think it's better to dodge. It's worse to be unliked or weak. It's probably worse to be unliked because that would take a toll on your emotional. It's an emotional damage. It can also use like emotions and stuff. Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well regarding weak. My friends would say I am dependable and loyal, down to earth and relaxed, worldly and diplomatic, zany and fun, wild and crazy shopping. I think I'm loyal. I think I'm loyal. My friend be like, I commit a murder, and I'll be like, wow, I've been playing a murder cleanup game. You choose tanking? Yeah, get that tank. Briar is answering like someone who chugs eggs. Eat all them eggs. Okay. By height, my frame is for my height. My frame is. Isn't it just like your size? I'm a thick. I think I would be very thick. No, you know what? I'm thick. I'm not that that thick. I seem to have a knack for military, academics, entertainment, law, business, or crime, high society, low society, something else. I know I'm a VTuber and everything. I don't think I'm for that funny. But I don't think I'm that smart either. You know what? Maybe actually entertainment. Because there was one time I went to a doctor. And I went to see my doctor. And then I made my doctor laugh. And I'm like, oh, I guess I am funny. And then my friends have occasionally said, Briar is the funniest out of all of us. Granted, I only have like 2 other friends. So within 3 people, I'm the funniest. I'm done. What you get? Should roll STHICC. I see. Okay, I'm for entertainment. For my gender, I think I'm tall for my gender. Because everybody keeps saying like, Briar's so tall. It's worse to be too skinny or too stocky. I think it's hard. Like, I think it's hard. It's harder to be. It's easier to be too stocky than too skinny. Me too. I'm trying my best. It's better to be smart. It's probably better to be smart because they can get out of more situations with your wits. In high school, I was. No, I was probably an outcast. Or was I not? No, I wasn't really. I was asleep in class. Lawful, neutral, human, druid, ranger. Oh, that means we don't need to do the alignment if they give you the alignment then. For a woman, your regent is quite tall. Really? I guess. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that's kind of true. I am like very tall. Because like, everybody else is like 150 or 160, and I'm like 170. Oh. The last few questions are the same with alignment ones. Okay, then I'll close the alignment test note that I have. The wilderness is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Yes. I also wouldn't visit. It is better to take a step away, believe, and try to see both sides of an issue. I think you can see both sides, but you don't necessarily have to like believe in the other side. You can still like hear them out, but you don't have to like say that you believe them or like actually believe them. I'm hungry for power. Power. It is better to be rich or power. I use the force of my personality to get to guide others in making the right decisions. I'm not morally upright. It is better to defend the weak or help the poor. Defend? Because that also kind of implies that something is after them? Unlimited power. Unlimited power! Civilization makes us strong or weak. Its numbers are strong. Ape together strong. It is better to confront your enemies openly and honestly, using guile and wit. Don't go up to your enemies and say you have a problem. That's how you get more enemies. I work out so that I will be healthier, so I'll be more attractive. I'll be pretty. Animals deserve our respect. Are delicious. Oh no. Oh, the poor animals. I think both can be true. You know? Like, that's what like people say when like because like people have like reservations about like eating certain parts of the animal, so they're like, oh, I eat the yucky part because because the animal died for me, so I eat the yucky part. I'm not a vegan though. I do think they deserve our respect, but I'm not a vegan. Average range for 166 for 90-year-old boys and 154 for 90. Oh yeah, I'm very tall. Bacon. Boigus. To be fair, mushroom burgers are really tasty. In my job, I rely more on my education or common sense. I don't have a job right now. Is VTuber being a job? I'm in school now. I guess like on the fly, I would. Is it more education or common sense? I think education, because I do search things a lot. I don't just like openly go like logically they should be. Even if I logically have a thinking, I still like search it up and see if I'm correct. You know, knowledge should be used to educate others. Develop yourself. Power is mine. I think it would be interesting to have a supernatural experience. I mean, theoretically it's interesting. It's probably going to be terrifying. But the content for YouTube. And then I'll just not make a video even if I get haunted. Because I'll be too lazy to make videos. What is more important in life? Feeling emotions of being disciplined. Discipline. When handling life challenges, I call on the heart of the cards. The power within myself, the powers that watch over me. Also, this one is more like if you're like a cleric or whatever. Myself more than a higher being. Personal power comes from confidence, discipline. That I think it should be confidence because, like, at the end of the day, you have to be confident in yourself to develop yourself. The universe is ruled by a higher power, scientific laws. Oh, this is good as God political. This, cause like, I would say like neither, you know, cause like at the end of the day, nobody knows that kind of thing. Oh no, I can't. Wait, what is New Age religion versus Eastern religion? Is that like Western versus like you know, like Christianity stuff versus? Wait, no, this is probably just like this is just in the game. This is in D&D. I would use scientific for that one, but in my opinion, at the end of the day, nobody knows. Which of you? I still don't know. I don't know this one. Does it really matter? That one. I would rather be a member of a religion that is well established, recently established. Okay, baby. Welcome. What is your name? Why is your name so weird? But welcome. Okay, for this one, I think because this is religion. So this is regarding religion. So theoretically, it's probably not good to join a recently established religion. I'm not saying that you can't have new beliefs or anything. I'm just saying like that's how you get into a cult. That's legitimately how you get into a cult. Even though like there are like aspects of like long history religion which are also kind of cult-like, but the new one, but when you say the new ones, I'm thinking like, you know, like those cults where you like where like the Japanese ones, you know. What's more important? No, you can do the quiz yourself. The link is pinned in chat. There's 160 questions though, so I'm very far behind. What is more important? Yeah, wisdom. What is more important? Love or honor? I think love, cause like cause like honor. Sometimes you gotta do stuff that is not honorable to protect the ones you love, that kind of thing, you know? That's what I was thinking. Hello, TA, welcome. Thank you again for the super chat, TA. I hope you had a good eve. Choose a statement. I love the city, I hate the city. I think love the city, but it also depends on the size of the city. Would you cheat on an important test? No, I would cheat on an unimportant test. In a fight, it is better to rely on your own skills or call for reinforcements. Call for reinforcements. I suck at fighting. In a fight, it is better to keep your head and wait for opportune moments. Go at it with it. Yeah, I'm bad at fighting. I'll go at it with everything I got. But it's probably better to do the first one. Actually, now that I think about it. You know what? Yeah, I picked the first one because it's asking me which one is better. Slip back. Oh no! The work position. Well, hopefully you can get like a good nap later. I am more confident at work or at play. Neither. I am not confident. I just play. I like pets that are loyal. I have a dog. It is more important to support your cause with facts or conviction. facts, but I wouldn't like go out of my way to change people's ideas anyway. I would rather live in a city, but also depends on the size of the city. Religion is an institution that allows people to exploit the fears, helps people live meaningful lives. I mean, it can be both, cause like they're not like, just because they're not like good eggs everywhere, you know. There has to be there are bad eggs in like all groups of people, regardless of what group it is. But I would, but as a whole, technically, it's the second one. Even though I'm not saying the first one doesn't happen, but technically, it's the second one. Choose a statement. Man is stronger than nature. Nature is stronger. Nature is stronger than man. God damn it. We've only been on Earth for a blink of the whole Earth lifespan. Choose a statement. Technology is stronger. Nature is stronger. I think in the end, I know technology is bad and everything. Humanity has the corrupted. Humanity is corrupted. But yeah, so like, technology can wipe out everything in the blink of an eye. That is true. But nature kind of crazy. If you give it like 1 billion years, the Earth can repopulate itself without us and whatnot, you know? Like somehow things still happen, even if there's no technology. So like, if I look at the very long term, nature is stronger. But in the very, very short term, technology is stronger. I have a greater interest in supernatural or natural. Supernatural. Fiction. There's a right way to... Wait, no. It's supernatural doesn't technically mean fiction. Supernatural just means things that are unnatural, which could also fall into things that haven't been explained yet. I'ma still call it fiction. I gotta finish work. Alright. Thank you for coming, Mukesh. Have some good work times. There's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. Depends on what you're doing, so folks. It is better to actively champion a cause. Live as a good example. It's better to live as a good example. I would rather spend 2 hours learning something new or jogging. Learning something new. I don't want to jog. I would rather spend 2 hours alone in the wilderness. No, I would not. I'm not going into the wilderness. I love technology. I'm on the computer. I would rather spend 2 hours. I will read. It is better to fight fair or dirty. Fight fair. It depends on the thing. If it's like a life and death situation, it's probably better if you fight dirty. It's probably better if you try to keep yourself alive, you know? But if it's like a sport, like a competition, you know, fighting fair, you know? Okay, this one I think I picked Eastern earlier, but I'm gonna pick Western here just to balance it out. I don't prefer any religion. I think this is the D&D religion anyway. It is better to be yourself or be polite. It also kind of depends. Because if you're like out and about and you're just going about your day, you're doing like things, it's probably better to be polite. But if you're like with friends or whatnot, it's better to be yourself. Hi, hello, Sky Silver. Welcome. We are halfway through the first personality test. We have 160 questions. It's a D&D test. It'll take it a while. It's better to be... I think it's better to be yourself. But that's not to say that there is that's not to say that it's an excuse for you to be a jerk, you know? Like, you could still say things, but in a polite way. I would rather watch nature or scientific documents. Isn't it the kind of the same? It's just that nature is it is nature. In a fight, it is better to be quick or tough. I mean, Tough can be like stamina as well. Stamina would be nice. Even though quick is very good as well. I would be tough. I would love to watch an interesting science documentary. Science documentary. What if yourself is already polite? Then you beat yourself. That is true, exactly. Cod vaccine. I'll chug all those eggs. Well, you guys can do the quiz yourself. You might get different things. It is pin and chant. I would rather spend 2 hours hiking or discussing philosophy. Both sound terrible. Both sound absolutely horrendous. Like, wow, imagine having to debate about life. Hiking? But I don't want to go hiking. Okay, but over philosophy, actually probably hiking. Because like maybe like we get a picnic or something, you know? It's tiring to talk 2 hours straight about philosophy. That is true. It is very boring. In my job, I use tools and equip, but I do not use... What does that even mean? I guess I'm on the PC. I would rather spend 2 hours at the gym or I don't go to church. I would rather be well paid doing something I enjoy. Can I be both? Why is not? Touch autocorrect. Go touch grass. Touch them grass. Well paid or doing something that you enjoy. I think well paid, but there is an extent to it. If I'm like doing a lot of things I don't like, there's definitely gonna be a threshold where I'm like, I'm quitting. Something you enjoy can also be paid for. Yeah, that is true, but this is like rather, would you prefer paid or enjoy? Choose a statement. Nature should be left unspoiled and undisturbed. Nature should be used responsibly and enjoyed. I think technically it should be the first one. If you want to use it, reuse it. You should reuse responsibly. But ideally, it's the first one. You just don't bother with it. But it's impossible, I know. But ideally, that's like the most ideal scenario. Don't touch it. Because you touch it and then it breaks. I would rather spend 2 hours camping or drinking. I don't drink, but I'll go drinking over camping. I do not want to sleep outside. If you want to make a lot of money, it is important to be educated. No, you can cheat people and scam. It is easy. Wait, I guess you need education to cheat people as well. But not necessarily education. That's like street smart. It is easier for me to learn by doing or studying. Doing. Because you get hands-on and do stuffs. Studying is important because it still is important to learn some theoretical things behind the stuff that you're learning. But I would still say doing. When it comes to talent, I believe with an excellent teacher, the sky's the limit. Because if you think that talent is a thing and you give up because of talent, you already lost the battle. When I was young, I performed better in math and science or music. I guess English is arts, right? English is language is art. I was better at English. Western, whatever. I'm just balancing it out. For religious stuff. Do you enjoy reading? Kind of. I would rather spend a night on the... I don't want to ride a horse. When I was young, I enjoyed gym class. No, but also, we didn't really have gym class. 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔. We didn't really have gym class for my school when I was a kid. When I was a small kid, we had gym class, but when I was a teenager, they stopped giving us gym classes. They just let us mingle around in gym clothes. Does play games consider reading? Like visual novels? I would consider visual novels reading. The universe has supernatural beings that take a personal interest in it. It's governed by impersonal forces that can be understood. No, I don't think. Like at the end of the day, nobody knows. But I think it's crazy to think that like a being, a supernatural being has interest in me. Life is about improving yourself and having fun. Having fun, enjoyment. Otherwise, life would be very sad. Game series? What game series? Narcissist versus Nihilist? Oh, this one? I would rather spend 2 hours at a concert or outdoors. I don't want to touch grass. I also don't want to go to a concert. They're very loud. I went to one once. It wasn't even like a big concert. They're very loud and then people push you around in a concert. Yeah, well, I'll go to the outdoors. Why not? Cause I don't want to be like in a crowd and they just like push you around because they all just want to go to the front. The series is gameplay. What if it's like a lot of reading? Then I suppose it can count. Gym is cool. Gym can be nice. Visiting a haunted house would no, cause all they do is jump scare you. It is better to serve a cause or someone influence you. No, why would I put it? Just show something you believe in, not somebody. What is more important in life? Practical skills or enlightenment? Practical skills. I use the force of my personality to entertain. I'm here, being entertained. Why would you visit a haunted house? It's haunted for a reason. I mean, some people like to be scared, I guess. But I thought I thought when they mean haunted house, not like a real haunted house, but like one of those like fake ones where like the people just jump out at you. That's a VTuber. That is a VTuber. I put my faith in myself. Family elders are expressing disapproval of you to the rest of the family. Do you? Besmirch the reputation of those expressing disapproval as you ignore their scorn. That is so crazy. I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't seek a compromise. I wouldn't silence them. So I can just besmirch their reputation. And while I ignore them. But basically, I'll just like keep quiet and I'll be like talking to my sister or something, or like my cousins or whatever. Be like, that one art sucks. She called me a bad thing, you know. I guess I just come. Welcome. How do I say your name? GHG. Welcome, G. That's your name now. Welcome. Would you give up a promising career to aid the family in time of need? It depends on which family member. A promising career. I'm not really attached to my career though. But when it says promising career, it does sound like I have some like investment in it. I guess with reluctance, you know. Call me Kuruto. Kuruto? A unique accent. Southeast Asia or East Asian? Southeast Asia. It's indeed correct. Oh no, nobody thinks I'm like Texan now. I need to put on the fake Texan accent again. Actually, I think you. Okay, I'll try and remember that you are called Kuruto, but it might take a few times because my memory can be quite bad. Please do not. Please, you might have to remind me sometimes. But welcome. Would you betray a family member to advance your own career? It depends on the family member. This sounds very bad, but you know, if it's like extended family and not like immediate family, you know, you'd probably be like, yeah, it's my cousin. My cousin can stay in that position for a couple more years. If it's like my sister, it'd be like, oh no, I will never do that. The algorithm suggests be here. Previous OC debuted. Oh, I spell what? Oh. Well, thank you for coming and visiting, and, and participating in chat. You know what? I will resist the temptation. Do you respect the leaders of your family? They're out of touch with reality. Oh. They're old. They're old. If you're out of touch with my life or out of touch with reality. Okay, it depends. Again, it depends on which family member. I'm just thinking about my real parental units. But it can go either way. You know what? No, I think out of touch with reality kind of fits. If your family had arranged your marriage to someone disgusting, I'm running. No. You're estranged from a family member. On his deathbed, he seeks reconciliation. I'm not talking to you. You're the one who did. You're the one who. You could have. You were dying for several years, and only now, when you're on your deathbed, then you reach out. You do not get. You're not getting that closing for yourself. You're not doing that. You had ample time, and you did not act on it. Water 7, are you fleeing because it's false or the ugly? No, it's false. I'm not doing it. A powerful but corrupt lawyer offers you money if you testify against your friend. No. Testify on my friend's behalf. Yes, I'm joining up with my friend. I'll be like, this lawyer bribed me. Judge, this lawyer bribed me. Do you become close to friends, or hold most people at a safe distance? I keep people at a distance. Oh wait, no. I have few close friends, but I also keep people at a distance. Have you ever betrayed a friend? No. What did it be? No, I don't think so. I mean, I probably did things that they didn't like, but I don't think it's like outright betray, you know? No, I don't do it. How long do you view lifelong commitment to a single romantic partner? Such a romance would be ideal if it's achievable. Because you have to find a person, you have to make sure that they're okay person and whatnot. There's a lot of factors that are going into that. Bald! I'm bald now. Sorry. You read it, what you get? Some of the questions are vague or lack context. Yeah, I think you have to like kind of gut feeling it. I mean, at the end of the day, just D&D test. Lawful good, human wizard. You're lawful good? Bald and headband. Bald and headband. Okay, I actually have 50 more questions or so. You insist on repayment when lending money to friends. Yes, but I'm flexible. I'll be like, if I'm lending my friends money, I'll be like, oh wait, I guess it also depends on the sum of money. If it's like a lot of money, I'll be like, I need it back. But if it's like a little bit of money, I'll probably be like, yeah, you don't have to pay me back. But that's not really lending at that point. I'm just giving them money. Why did the head not shine? My head not shiny enough. A lawful neutral human bard or cleric. I can't put beach, but I take it. That sounds like you're quite sociable, Lord Leo. Are you in touch with childhood friends? No. Do you donate time and money to improve the local community? Not really. Sometimes, but not really. I used to... It's not a head scrub. I used to... a few years ago, I would sometimes donate to like animal stuff, you know, like animal charities and stuff like that. But I guess that doesn't also doesn't really that also doesn't really constitute community because they're animals. They're local animals, but they're not human. No, no money, no money for community. Only animals. The nation is at war. Your community is threatened with invasion. Do you? I'm running. I'm running. I'm not gonna be a soldier. I'm running. I can't fight. If you are injured and require immediate assistance, would members of your hometown agree to help? Wait. Oh wait, no. This is okay. This is not during war. I think people would help because people are nice. You know, like if they see like you have some trouble with like your car, actually people probably wouldn't stop. But maybe if you got like robbed, the quiz is really long. Answer 160 questions for this one. What are you doing, 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔? I would say yes. Not that I'm a pillar of the community or anything, but I just think people are just generally nice and would probably stop if something really serious happens. Commands? The commands? Yeah, we got those now. Do you respect the laws and authorities of the community? When it suits me. The forehead will make a good pillar of the community. By forehead? Do members of your hometown shun, avoid, or mock you? Oh, I'm normal. Would you stand for office or seek to represent the interests of the community? No, I don't want to be responsible. Your country is wrecked with famine. Would you steal food and sell it back to the community? No. Long hair is not a command. Yeah, long hair is not a command. Only short hair. Because it goes back to long hair. Yeah, you can't do short hair right now because I'm bald. Headpad. There is some cooldowns. Your country is wrecked with famine. I would just yes. I guess realistically, if I was in trouble, I'd probably look out for myself first. You know, so like steal what I need to survive and whatnot. That sounds logical. Some questions hypothetical that one can't answer truthfully without being repetitive. Well, that's why all quizzes are not accurate. Oh, the headpads. If offered enough money, would you covertly assassinate the president? Yes, I've done similar things before. I've avoided. No, I said I'll probably not. I don't think I could get away with it. Even though it says if I thought I could get away, I probably wouldn't get away with it. A rogue state unleashes a laboratory-created disease on the nation. Avoid contact with the sick or flee the country. I mean, we're just quarantining ourselves. Do you respect the lawful authority of the government? No politician is better than anyone else. Everyone is created equal. Briar SS egg to the crack. They just walk down the street and an egg falls on their head and then they perish. If you were offered a reasonably lucrative deal, would you spy for a hostile foreign power? No. Why would you do that? Do you rely on the government to enforce contracts and property rights? Are you kidding me? The government can't even pave roads. Some of the answers are so funny. Okay, I'll just say the courts it's a court matter. It's a law thing. It's out of my hands. Even if we say no, even if we say like we don't rely on the government. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to rely on the government. Otherwise, like, we're the one to get arrested. 1984 eggs. Hell yeah. If imprisoned, would you injure or kill others to escape? I don't know. No, I don't think so. If I was in prison, I would just perish. I would just seppuku. Wait, no, Sudoku. No, I know I said the correct one the first time. I meant to say the second one, to say the wrong one the first. You know what? It's fine. Is it a supervisor's right to treat his employees badly? No. No, but no. There's no right to treat people badly. You have accidentally hit someone while driving your car. Do you? Turn yourself in, beg restitution. Why do we have to turn ourselves in? If you hit somebody, just get out of the car and help them. Why don't turn yourself in, throwing yourself at the... Did they die? I guess they died. How you involved? Well, I guess the first one, because like you avoided somebody. You gotta do what you do, unless it's on purpose. If guilty, would you confess to a crime? It depends. Because it's by duty, it might give me a lighter sentence. Like the court proof my guilt, I try to prove my own. Okay, wait in court. Okay, how guilty are we talking? Did I murder someone? Did I murder someone? What, 30? If I murdered someone, would I admit to the murder? But why would I murder someone? I mean, if I... I guess realistically speaking, gullible, guilty, realistic idiot. Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, people are gonna say that people are gonna confess. So yeah, I think that makes 3 years, because like, if I did cry, if you can't prove anything. If I did cry, I'll be like, no. You know? Would you express a revolutionary political opinion if threatened with punishment? Would you... Wait, what? Oh, like, would you still express a revolutionary political opinion if threatened with punishment? No, but I'll probably still, like, tell my friends. I'll be like, gosh darn politicians and their inability to pave roads. While traveling on vacation, you witness an assault. You are ordered to testify, which will cut short your vacation. Oh, I'm a witness to a serious thing. Probably remain and testify and leave? Probably? Cause like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna extend my vacation or anything. But I'm not just gonna leave. But then denying. I don't think denying would work there. You're ordered to testify. You saw something. Is that an offensive violation for not reporting a crime? Is not reporting a crime an offense? I didn't know that. You can't prove anything. What is the best use of wealth? Help people, provide, stay on top, and keep others from claiming power. I'll probably Needs family and friends first. When confronted by beggars, do you give generously, give moderately? I would walk away because I know people are in dire circumstances. But sometimes they get violent and whatnot, and then it's probably better to just walk away. Like, you could still donate to your local communities, you know, and then they can go to the communities for help, you know. But like, specifically, if people come up to you and they ask you for money, that's probably just a scam. The egg shouldn't stay on top of my phone now. I'm Humpty Dumpty now. If you could buy counterfeit $100 bills, no, why would I do that? No. You have 2 job offers. One pays more and the other is secure and steady. Which would you choose? I mean, probably secure is probably better. Wait, definitely the lucrative. Steady work sounds like drudgery. It's steady with that means you're gonna have it for a longer term, which means you're guaranteed the money for a longer, and the longer term money mean more money in the end. Secure, unless the other job was outrageously lucrative, like $1 million in a month, you know. What's the best path to wealth? Luck, staying flexible of opportunities, hard work and perseverance, following a long-term plan that incorporates a comfortable level of risk. I think it's like... I think 2. I think at the end of the day, you have to be flexible regarding things. Hello, Li Mingcheng, welcome. How are you doing today? Thanks, bro. It is sex, bro. Neutral, good, druid, monk, but 12 wisdom. You're just so smart, that is it. But you're neutral, wow. Okay, hold up. Like a few more questions. If you accepted a job or contract, would you try to finish the task even if it got much more dangerous? No, I'm negotiating. What's your age? Does this matter? Does this matter? Do I have to tell you guys my age now? I'm 69 years old. Wait, I should probably... You know what? It's an online quiz. It doesn't matter. I'm 69 years old. For my age, I have... I'm a moderate amount of life experience. Oh wait, you can't see my results. It's a pop-up. Hold on. I didn't know Briar's ready. I'm forever 69 years old. I'm a century egg. Okay, hold up. Let me change to the... Yeah! You are a true neutral human wizard. Yeah, I kind of went into this knowing I was already neutral. But what the heck is true neutral? Why is it true? Let's see. What does it mean by 7th level? Wait, 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 11 constitution, 12 wisdom, 12 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 10 charisma. That seems about right. Your stats are terrible for 7th level. Oh, it's probably because I picked 69 age. I think that's the level. That's the age. He's calling you usage. What do you be? Okay, true neutral. A true neutral character does what seems to be a good idea. He doesn't feel strongly one way or the other when it comes to good versus evil or law versus chaos. Most true neutral characters exhibit a lack of conviction of bias, rather than a commitment to neutrality. Yeah, that sounds about right. Such a character thinks of good as better than evil, after all. He would rather have good neighbors and rulers than evil ones. Still, he's not personally committed to upholding good in any abstract or universal way. Some true neutral characters, on the other hand, commit themselves philosophically to neutrality. They see good, evil, law, and chaos as prejudices and dangerous extremes. They're dirty fence sitters. That's me! They advocate the middle way of neutrality as the best, most balanced road in the long run. True neutral is the best alignment you can be. I'm the best alive. I'm kidding. Because it means you act naturally, without prejudice or compulsion. However, true neutral can be a dangerous alignment where it represents apathy, indifference, and a lack of conviction. That's also me! True neutral is a Dungeons & Dragons alignment describing characters and external convictions regarding good or evil or law or chaos. It prioritize personal well-being, balance, or indifference. That is me! That's so me! Gotta look out for number one. Okay, humans. Okay, humans are humans. I'm just a human. Wizard. Basically, a moral fence sitter. That's me! I'm a dirty fence sitter. Wizards are arcane spellcasters who depend on intensive study to recreate their magic. To wizards, magic. Wait, I think I was a wizard in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Because I think I did this test and then did Baldur's Gate 3. And then it told me be a wizard, I think. So I was a wizard, I think. Now that I think about it, I think I was a wizard. To wizards, magic is not a talent but a difficult, rewarding art. When they are prepared for battle, wizards can use their spells to devastating effect. When caught by surprise, they are vulnerable. The wizard's strength is her spells, everything else is secondary. She learns new spells. Magic. Oh, okay, this is detailed results. Lawful good is 13. Neutral good 17. Chaotic good is 17. Lawful neutral 20. Oh my god. True neutral 24 and chaotic neutral 24. Yeah, the neutral is really high. I'm not very evil. I'm leaning towards the good side. But I am a dirty fence sitter. Law and chaos. Law, neutral, and but chaos is... Oh wait, chaos doesn't necessarily mean evil. Yeah, evil is like really low. Good is okay. The neutral is very neutral. I could be I'm a human, but I could technically be a gnome. But maybe it gave me human because it realized I was tall. I'm tall. Maybe if you put short, they put you to make you short. Okay, class. Okay, we got... Yeah, wizard is 16, but I have 14 for a bunch. So I got sorcerer at 14, fighter, druid, and bard. I think those make sense for B as well. The rest don't really seem to make sense. Like then definitely not barbarian. Yeah, barbarian's like 6, cleric 8. I think, cause like when I played some games, I would be cleric, but not because like but that's only because I was when I heal. I wasn't interested in healing other people. I was like, oh, I can heal myself. As a kid, I was like, oh, I don't need health pots. I just heal myself. Would you do anything after this test? No, I have a bunch more. They'll be shorter. Monk, paladin, yeah. Alright, let me switch back to the other window. Amen. Okay. Okay, this was the first one. The next one, I don't know if you guys know this one. Oh wait, I didn't cut the thing properly. Hold on. This is Vampire the Masquerade. Can I cut this down? Oh. Oh, you can see the download button. More personality quizzes. Yeah, it's more personality quizzes. That was only the first one. Wait. Set it to screen. Okay. This is a Vampire the Masquerade one. I'll put all of them in the description later or in the comments. It's a Vampire the Masquerade one. I like Vampire the Masquerade. It's another tabletop thing. You might know that they released new video game lately, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, based off the thing. But Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, sorry. but shoot, it's not very good. So play the first one. First one's better. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1. Okay, but basically, Vampire the Masquerade, it's kind of like D&D, but they're all vampires. You're into tabletop roleplay, creep? Only Vampire the Masquerade. I'm only into Vampire the Masquerade, but I've never played tabletop. Well, no, I did run a game technically once with my friends a long time ago. But yeah, I like this universe, this tabletop role-playing game universe, this specific one, this Vampire the Masquerade universe. But I like to play the video games that are around this universe and whatnot. Sometimes there are not many, and haven't had there's no game to play for this one. There are no groups that play Vampire the Masquerade here. But anyway, oh yeah, so what I was saying, so Vampire the Masquerade, there is all vampires, but the vampires, they have different, they call it different vampire clans, but basically it's like different types of vampires. And then if you're in a certain clan, you might be a bit more, they're definitely outliers, but you might align more with like different types of vampires, because usually they have like very specific targets that they look for to turn into their vampire type. Because like, for example, if you want vampire type, you will be that vampire type. You can't change. I don't think I'm explaining things correctly, but basically there's a lot of different vampires. Okay, Vampire the Masquerade. Embrace, the act of transforming a mortal into a vampire. The embrace requires the vampire to drain their victim and then replace their victim's blood with a bit of their own. Some embraces are accidental, acts of violence or passion. Some are carefully planned, choosing just the right person to usher it into undeath. This is your story. It starts when you're still alive. Oh, how would people who know you describe you? Extroverted? No. I'm an introvert. Introverted, quiet, hard to push to interact and socialize. Confident, boss. No, I'm not confident or bossy. Empathetic, helpful, always first. No. Sarcastic or cold? I don't think. Okay, no, I think introverted. I don't think I'm sarcastic or cold. Which topics you find most interesting to research online? Paranormal. Oh, I could pick 3. 1 and 3 choices. Paranormal, mystery, creepypastas, true crime, unsolved cases, witchcraft, rituals or magic, survival, doomsday prep, living in wilderness, medicine, diseases, medical procedures, finance, stocks, and cryptocurrency, astrology, self-discovery, personality test. I know I'm doing one, but does that count? Political activism, no. Cults and sex, secret organizing, art, music, and creativity. What topics do you find the most interesting to research online? Okay, if I was researching something, probably like, you know, if I wanted to sit down and be like, I'm gonna do something for fun. I'm leaning toward this as well for like self-discovery, but not necessarily astrology or personality tests, but more into like psychology type stuff that could be interesting. But also like true crime and paranormal just sounds fun out of like these other ones. It's better than brain rotting, I suppose. What is your ideal evening? Nightclub? Being at home with my books or video games? Regular place with close friends. Invitation only party with select group of people. I think it's fun to be with friends, but I don't have the opportunity to do that very often. So it's not really an ideal evening that I will picture. So I'll probably pick alone. Even though I think I would technically prefer the flirt friendship thing. What's your online presence? Oh no. You've been called an influence. I'm not an no, it sounds so bad. I know I'm streaming right now, but no. You keep it professional. No, I'm not professional. Niche and strongly driven by your current interests. Everyone who follows you knows what you're passionate about. Oh, you know what? That seems about that seems more likely. You get a link to a mysterious online personality quiz. You decide to take a shot at it. I'm often surrounded by other people. Not really, but technically I'm live streaming right now, so it's number 3. I prefer hierarchy and structure over total chaos and disorganization. I'm salubri, what even is that? The quiz is kinda edgy. It's a vampire one, that's why. If you're interested in understanding what is the thing that you got, you can search it up. If you search up salubri and whatever you got, you should find like Wikia page or like White Wolf RPG Wikia website, and then they will explain it better. They will explain a little bit about generally what type of vampire that is. I prefer hierarchy and structure. Do I prefer hierarchy and structure? I mean, over chaos. I mean, a little bit, but not really. What's 6? Hello, Dreambird. Welcome. Welcome, Dreambird. I wish I had loyal servants so I'll be managed by your face. Yes, assistance. When push comes to shove, I'd rather fight with my words than my fists. Yes, I would not like to punch people, but sometimes punching people is nice. Test results link leads to a website that seems shady. Do you click on it? You send the link to someone else and ask them to open. No, if it looks shady, I'm not clicking it. As you walk alone on an empty street, you feel like someone is following you. You turn around but see nobody. What do? Walking confidently. Call out loud confidently. Asking the alleged follower to come out of hiding. Change your pace, attempting to hurry away. Investigate. Try to search for the source of this feeling. I just keep walking. Keep walking confidently. Not too fast, because if you walk like too fast and you look like you're scared, that kind of makes people come out and get you. So you just kind of walk, but like keep your eye out. Someone broke into your home. What would they see after entering it? Chaos. Only you can find your way through. It's so messy. Everything in its own place. No, my things are messy. They must have been quite shocked to see what you kept inside. You have a hard time explaining what that thing lying on your desk is. Barely anything of importance. You either stashed your valuables somewhere else or you haven't anything worth stealing. A lot of cool things to see, unfortunately. I think chaos are very messy. You know you're being spied on. It's been going on for weeks now. How do you handle it? Police? Investigator? Confide in your friends? You're paranoid. I think be with my friends, and if I have more evidence, then go to the police. Sire and child, the vampire who creates another, and the vampire who is created. You have been embraced. This is your first step into the undead world. You are now a kindred, a vampire. When you open your eyes, you see one who did this to you. Oh, I'm glad that they explain a bit the terms in the Vampire the Masquerade world, like Sire and Child. So they did, even though this is a Vampire the Masquerade quiz, they do try and explain what things are doing. Who do you see? Who would turn me? No, it would. No, it would be this. My enemy. I don't have enemies. Someone you looked up to. A complete stranger. A horrible. I think maybe COD. Even though I don't really look up to people, but I could see like a person of authority doing that. Disciplines. Supernatural vampiric powers, allowing children to navigate the night more easily, and sometimes dreadfully. They embrace granted you supernatural powers. Which would you most want to have? Talk to animals? Invisibility, speed, strength, resilience, charm, witchcraft, senses and instincts, animals, ability to control others, and shape people. I feel like I'm metagaming it a bit because I know what each of these are. They're actual things. Ability for animals, ability for control. What more? Invisibility, speed, strength, resilience, job. Okay, I actually think invisibility is very cool. Witchcraft can do all that. Witchcraft is voodoo magic or hexing. Actually, witchcraft in this the Vampire Masquerade, it's kind of crazy. It can do a lot of things. It's not just voodoo magic. I think voodoo magic, hexing kind of thing, is kind of in there, but it's actually kind of crazy. It can do a lot of things. So actually, witchcraft is really OP. Being immortal sounds great theory, but there's a price to pay. Pick one that feels most suitable. Difficulty controlling your emotions. Forced to hide or survive on a run. No one trusts me. You tend to be controlling and ruthless. You get tunnel vision. Completely obsessed with a thing or person. Maybe emotions? I think emotion, because I think, can we really control our emotions? Yeah, like emotions. As a vampire, you are cursed with the need to drink human blood, and obtaining it is not easy. How do you hunt? Where's the eeping one? Eeping! Quietly drink from eeping mortals. Eeping. Break into people's house. You made a mistake and drank too much. You're left in an alley with a body, and the voices of people approaching. They cannot know it was your fault. Run towards the people pretending you found a body and screaming at them to call the police. Hide and observe. Use supernatural powers. Use supernatural means to hide the body. Even if it means it would never be found again. Isn't that good? If the body is not there? I'll probably just hide. The first choice is the second choice is Among Us. It's a self-report. The night belongs to those with ambition. What is yours? To gain wisdom and knowledge, to climb the ladder, to be loved and idolized, to destroy the voice boxes, to stay awake. Yeah, I'm gonna be alone. I wanna see what I get. You are. No, I was just how about Kevin? I was kidding. It wasn't the thumbnail, but I was kidding. I'm crazy. Derided as lunatics by other vampires, the blood of the Malkavians let them perceive and foretell truths hidden from others. Like the wise madmen of poetry, their fractured perspective stems from seeing too much of the world at once, from understanding too deeply and feeling emotions that are just too strong to bear. Evil egg. I mean, they're all evil. So Malkavian is basically, they used to be the ones with like, they're basically the crazy ones because they all have kind of like some sort of hearing voices and whatnot, but at the same time, some of those voices they can kind of get hints about the future. They can get hints about the future, just that it's hard to discern which one's like the actual future stuff versus just being crazy. Hello, Nash. Welcome. Goober's evil. When am I not evil? I don't like what I got. What did you get, Mal? What you get? Oh, I should charge my phone. Don't worry. We got a few more. We're here for a while, guys. We got more personality tests. I have at least 4 more. Okay. I'm charging my phone now. You got Gangrel? I can see why. Not to say like why you got Gangrel, but like I can see why you don't like it. Because Gangrel, they're very loners. They don't, and like they're like the kind of survivor in the wilds, kind of wolf people, kind of almost, but not wolf people. Have you read the Dresden Files? No. I'll write it down. I'm gonna look it up later, but I'll write it down. Dresden face. Fudge, I'm typing it incorrectly. Fast. Oh, there we go. I'll look it up later. Okay, next one. Okay, next one's it's a bit different. It's a Google sheet. It's a Google sheet, but you have to make your own. So you go to this. So you go to this one. This is a Reddit post, but you click the thing and then you make a Google sheet into your Google Drive. You make a copy of the Google sheet into your Google Drive. Pokemon personality test. Yeah, this one's a Pokemon one. So basically, this person that I linked like in the Reddit thing made a personality test but they did it all in Google Sheets. So you have to like go to the Google Sheet and make your own Google Sheet, and then you take the personality test from there. Alright, also goodbye, Solus. Thank you for coming. Is Briar mentally stable? Are you saying I'm crazy? Okay, so yes, you have to make your own copy of the sheet. And that's basically it. You make your own copy of the sheet. So you have the Pokemon personality quiz. It does not have all the Pokemon. It's only 475 Pokemon. They updated, the last time they updated it is November 2025. Wait, I think I have to zoom this in. Wait, actually maybe I put chat on the other side. Here you go. Okay. Genzu. Oh, that's terrible. Oh no, what am I do? Oh. Hold on. Cause I already zoomed in the browser, but it didn't zoom in the Excel sheet, I think. Wait. Is all the browser zoomed in now? Oh, I think. Oh, I already had it at 150. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, wait. Personality sheet. It's based off the hexagon personality model, which is what I'm going to do next, actually. The personality's unique stats based on the 6 traits, your primary type, as your closest for the Pokemon. Yes, we'll just do the quiz. Okay. How often you think each statement applies to you? I pretend to be someone I'm not. Not really. Not really. Almost never. I want someone to sit with me and comfort me when I'm upset. No, not really. Oh. I put almost never. It's not never. Like, I feel like maybe I'll have one, like, a friend to, like, talk things out. But not really. Ironic? Yeah, I know it's ironic. It's very ironic. I feel good about myself. Sometimes I can be like, you know what, I'm kind of cool. Most of the time, no. But sometimes, you know, when someone makes mistakes, I tell them what they did wrong. Probably not. Sometimes. It's a trainer of Pokemon. Oh my god! Hello?
𝒊𝒏𝒌� became a member.
Thank you! Thank you for becoming member! Just, Skipado. Is that how we pronounce your name? But thank you for becoming member, Josh. Wait, hold up for the vote. Okay, I plan ahead so I'm not stressed at the last minute. Sometimes. Cause like, for example, if I go on a vacation, I will plan a lot of things about the vacation. I might not end up doing everything that I want, but I would sometimes do every very minute details, such as where would I go to the bathroom if I went to this location. I might do that. Pokemon personality quiz. It is a Pokemon personality quiz. It was made by this person, but it's like an Excel sheet, so you have to like do it through Excel. I mean, do it through like Google Sheets. Oh, Excel. I think you could probably just download it. I enjoy talking to people who have different worldviews from mine. Sometimes I follow the letter of the law. Sometimes I worry about many things outside of my control. Never. No, not really. I express my opinions during groups discussion. No, I don't talk to my group people. People say that I am very patient. Sometimes I push myself very hard to reach my goals. No. I want to learn about the culture and history of other countries. Sometimes it's gonna get so old. Sometimes I feel like I deserve more respect than the average person. No. Equality. Oh no, I'm bald. Oh no. But we get headband. No, I think you have to do it headband separately. Yeah, you have to do headband separately. Yeah, they get that headband in. I feel depressed. Or like I am a burden to others. That's two different statements. You can feel depressed, but not a burden to others. I don't know, sometimes people feel sad. I would rather have a job that requires active social interaction than work alone. No. I work alone. I walk this lonely road. Her model can bald. Now my model can be bald since one day. But I never told anybody. From your short, said you is Malaysian VTuber. Welcome, Drady. Yes, I am Malaysian VTuber. I don't feel like I'm very Malaysian though, in the sense that I don't really say Malaysian jokes. But welcome, Drady. I am Malaysian. I can sing Nagaraku. I cannot do Rukun Nagara though. I know somebody commented and was like, can you recite Rukun Nagara? And I'm like, oh, that one I really don't know. You can have this commands? Yeah, you can do commands, yes. But you have to set it up. It's like a separate thing. It's not like YouTube, but like it's like a separate thing that you can set up if you know how. Stinky. You're the stinky. Okay, my attitude toward those who treat me poorly is forgive and forget. No. I hold a grudge. LARPing, but no, I'm not LARPing. I'm Malaysian. I have a blue identification card. They're gonna change it apparently. Not the color, but I saw news that they're going to change the identification card to like have more functions? I don't understand why they have to change it. Headpad. You read your Chinese version. Yes. 我会讲华语 but my Chinese is very bad. I have a hard time staying organized at work. Yes, always. I spend time creating art, making music, or writing creatively. Sometimes. Sometimes. Because I can only do writing. But yeah, actually that's also why today I decided to do personality test, because I thought it might be an interesting thing for like new people to come and tune in, because the Malaysian VTuber short have been getting some views, and I do see that the subscriber number is going up a little bit, so I thought that new people can come and join in. I know you love eggs. I did 33rd into one. I'm egg now. It's true though, is Chinese, but what? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Malaysian. I'm Chinese. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to speak more Chinese? 你要我讲多一点华语? How do I give you hair? Oh, it's okay. It comes back in like 5 minutes. It's a time thing. Okay. I speak the absolute truth. No, often. I'm fairly truthful most of the time. I express my emotions openly. No. I don't know how to talk about emotions. If only hair grows back in real life. That ball is a kind of punishment for you. No, it's just command. So, because you can stay in the chat and then you can get points when you watch stream, and then you can do some command, and one of the command is ball. In general, I am optimistic and cheerful. Sometimes. If someone says I'm wrong, I immediately argue with them. Sometimes. People tell me I'm perfectionist. Sometimes. I don't think I am, but sometimes people might tell me that. I think I have an eye for detail, so people might call me perfectionist, but I'm not really perfectionist. Sure, hey. Sorry, I think, yeah. I think short hair is tied to bald, so... And bald has a command, even though... Because to like a cooldown, so that people don't just spam bald continuously. So it's like 10-minute cooldown for bald, even though bald lasts 5 minutes. And it's similar for short hair. Headband. I am willing to explore ideas that might be considered radical or unconventional. Not really. I love owning expensive things. Not really. If it's really expensive, that sounds like it's gonna get, you're gonna be like afraid to like touch it. What happened to short hair? Oh, it's just on cooldown. That's all. Hello, Ajik. Welcome. Like we outspam Bob continuously. I knew it. That's why it has a 10-minute cooldown, but 5-minute baldness. I am very afraid of physical danger. Wouldn't most people be afraid? Wouldn't all people? Well, often, I feel like I am unpopular. I know I'm streaming right now, but like in reality, yeah, sometimes. My opinions can be flexible when people disagree with me. No. I believe what I believe, you believe what you believe. I try to be, and I'm already a friend sitter. I try to be as accurate as possible in my work, even if it takes a long time. accurate as possible. If it's... Actually, yes. Often. I was gonna put almost always, but it's more often. It depends on what my work is. If it's like personal work, you know, like video stuff, then I'll be more accurate. If it's like for work and I'm getting paid and I hate my boss, then no, I'm gonna be sloppy, but still acceptable. I enjoy reading an encyclopedia or textbook. Not really. It's very hard for me to brain non-fiction stuff. You got one of your favorites? You got one of your favorite Pokemons? I brag about myself now. I like to talk about things about myself, but not necessarily to boast. I keep calm during emergencies. I don't know, sometimes it depends. I mean, it's an emergency. Absol. Oh, Absol is pretty cool. Absol is the prophecy Pokemon. The threat, no, it's the one that shows up with the bad omen type Pokemon. In social situations, I make the first move. Sometimes. Not really, but sometimes. Actually, almost did. You know, almost did. It depends on if I want to. If I want to make the first move, I will do it. But if it's like most situations, no, I'm not reaching out. I get angry easily. Yes. I act on impulse without thinking. Yes. I think discussing philosophy is but yes. Yolks. Look at all of them yolks. What do you do for your first move? I don't know. Depends on the situation. If it's like just talk about something nearby, you know, something of common interest. Click here to part 2. Oh, this ball. Part 2, interest. Please check the boxes next to the answers that fit you best. You can select as many answers as you like. Ooh! What kind of music you prefer to listen to? Rock? I guess technically, I like pop, but I don't like seek out pop. Like, I'm okay with it on the radio. And then they put country here, and I don't like country. Except country roads take me home to the place where I belong. But I think everyone likes it. I would just put rock. Metal is there too. I think metal is acceptable somewhat. But mostly rock. Look at all of them. You're gambling already? I'm gonna watch cute Malaysian VTuber. We're doing our own stuff. Yeah! You can do your own works. I like... We're very chill here. We don't go like, wah! We don't do that. What kind of book do you prefer to read? No, not mystery or thrill, romance. Okay. I don't seek out mystery or thriller, but I would read it. I don't really seek out romance drama, but I would read it. I don't really read fantasy or sci-fi. I've said this a lot of times before. I don't like high fantasy. I can only deal with like contemporary fantasy. So, when it says fantasy, I'm like, it's probably talking about high fantasy. So and also I don't read sci-fi, so I'll pick the other two. Gamble. Look at all them gambling going on. What kind of physical activity do you prefer? Walking, jogging, or swimming sounds nice. I don't exercise. The rest is like whatever. What do you typically do at family gatherings? Ways play with my phone and hype. Sit back and observe analyzing family dynamics. Work in the kitchen. Have long conversations. Where's the hide? And ignore everyone. I don't know. I guess sit back and observe. I want the not social option where I hide. Harry Potter is high fantasy. No, high fantasy is more like Lord of the Rings. I think Harry Potter is... but it might also be contemporary. Because Harry Potter has like realistic elements to it. Not really realistic elements, because it's like in the real world sort of, but in a still fantasy situation. What kind of career would you most like to have? Can I just have money? I'd like to stay at home, but not really with my family. But I like to stay at home. I like how teacher is here, like, oh, okay, I'm going back. You an author? Oh, I have book, but it's self-published. So, kind of. So like I wrote something and I put it out myself. What kind of person annoys you the most? People who sit and talk instead of doing people who joke about shit. People who don't keep their commitment. Oh, I hate that. People who try to make me get out and be social. People who talk about themselves and don't listen. I think somewhat. It has to be like give and take. People who criticize what I say. I think it's fair to criticize me sometimes. Amazing author, no, that's not true. Blue is correct though. Amazing blue. What kind of food do you most enjoy? Light, sweet, and sugary. Highly recommended from local restaurant. Not healthy. Spices. Beet soup. I don't really drink that much soup. I don't really like soup that much. I think this also could be like a country thing because it's pretty cold. It's pretty warm here. Meat. Flavor. Dessert. And also, highly recommended food. What do you think is the most important thing when raising children? What? Why is there a child option? Teach them the value of working hard and helping others. Teach them the habits that will keep them healthy and safe from harm. Show them a variety of options so that they can decide for themselves. Just make a home happy and comfortable. I think that's important. Give them useful skills and allow them to make money. They just go out and gamble. Teach them to continue the important traditions of their heritage. I think hope and happy is the best. The others are it's kind of important, but I think hope and happy makes best. It's the best. Is there a limit and not let you pick all of them? No, I think you can pick all of them. I just think this one's important, and I don't think the others are as important. I mean, I could pick the others as well, but I'm not really a children person. Oh, you take their money. You take their money and use it for yourself. That is definitely a parent thing. Bork. Yeah, he is borking. He's downstairs too, so it's crazy. Every time you guys hear him borking, he's downstairs. What is your ideal date? Historical site? No, that's more like a vacation thing. Going out for ice cream? I guess that can be fun. I try not to plan. I just like to hang out. I don't know. I don't think that much. Eat food. I'll pick the food options. What kind of home would you prefer to live in? Small condominium with the essentials? I mean, having a small place is nice as well because that way you don't have much things to clean. But if it's a condominium, you're not gonna have much privacy from neighbors and whatnot. You have to keep fairly quiet. A beautiful villa with a garden, a pool, and a large library. That's a lot of places to clean. I'd rather spend my time seeing the world than staying in one place. That sounds fun, but also very tiring. Somewhere with nice roommates who like to do fun things with me. Roommates do not sound like a good time. Somewhere far and quiet like a cabin. That sounds like you're gonna get more into it. A mid-sized home. Oh, a mid-sized home. No deep thought, just food and seafood. Yeah, exactly. Just pick the food option. What is your favorite subject to study? Literature? I don't study literature. I just consume it and then don't think too much about it. Biology, psychology, or medicine? Yeah. Oh wait, I have to pick a language because that's what I do. Yeah, but just pick a language. I think psychology would be interesting, but I don't formally study psychology. I was good at biology in school though. Not really good, but I did get an A in the national exam. But track record speaking, languages is always like not languages. English has always been my thing. Oh, but history here. Yeah, history. Oh, I don't like history. The subject. What is the most beautiful to you? Snow, waves, baby animals playing together, rock formations, sunset, flowers. I mean, they're all beautiful. I would prefer to look at baby animals playing together, but I wouldn't consider it the most beautiful. But I think I think it also it's like which one would you prefer? I would prefer the baby animals. What kind of person would you most like to spend time with? Someone from far away, someone listen and empathize, someone from old time. Where's my best friend? There's no option for my best friend. Where is my best friend option? Someone from my hometown who's known me since childhood. I guess that's the best friend option. Someone not afraid to tell how it is, gentle, calm, and quiet, tell us funny jokes, and likes to play games and listen. And you know what? All three. These are all best friend options. What is your fashion style? Oh, casual, simple, and loose. Mostly t-shirts and whatnot. What kind of pet? Where's the dog? The dog? Wait, an energetic dog. Can I just get a couch potato dog? A cat? You know what? I'll be loyal. A cat and a dog. Everything else is kind of too crazy for me. What role do you typically play on a group or team? Analyst, work behind the scenes, worker, get your hands dirty, guide people that have worked before. I mean, technically, I'm picking that one. Nurturer, everyone feels here and seen. No, fighter, I go out and advocate for my groups. You know, I'm probably the analyst. I probably do like the little technical tasks. If you could visit any place on Earth, where would you go? Go to the city, a village, scuba diving in the ocean. That sounds terrifying. A famous castle or a historical landmark, a natural wonder, or the world. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to space. I'll pick everything but the ocean in space. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Understood and loved. Lead my country and unite people in a good cause. Oh my god, it's 𝒊𝒏𝒅𝒔! Welcome, 𝒊𝒏𝒅𝒔! Got pulled for a ballet short video. I didn't know ballet. You didn't know ballet and you got a ballet short? Got here, welcome. 50 plus questions. We did 160 earlier. But welcome. Welcome, 𝒊𝒏𝒅𝒔. This was a Pokemon one. I'm on the last question now. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Okay, wait. Understood and loved. Lead my country. Amazingly talented at my chosen skill. Go back and change the past. Grow wings and fly. Answers to existential questions. That just sounds like a headache. I'll probably be talented and loved. And then we'll get our result. Okay, very high in honesty and humility. Low in emotions. Low in extroversion. Low in agreeableness. Low and conscientious. Everything is so low except for honesty. Something in that accent. You need to 𝒂𒏂𒏂💂💏. I can do 𝒂𒏂𒏂💏. If fighting Briar ends up a side, I don't. Are Psyducks very honest? A low or high does not necessarily mean good or bad. It is simply a measurement of what makes us all unique. Thank you! Thank you for explaining that, considering everything else is low. While these personality traits are based on the hexaco model, which we will do next actually, this fan-made test is not officially affiliated with the hexaco organization or the formal test. 92.4% match normal type. But normie. Normals are warm and kind to others, regardless of whether that kindness is reciprocated. They are often content with a simple life without many luxuries, and express gratitude frequently for the blessings they have. Normals prefer to spend most of their time at home, find joy in their families. Though they are very kind to all people, they may sometimes endanger themselves by being too trusting of others. Normal is weak against what? Fighting. And I think that's it. I'm fairly certain that's it. Just fighting. They don't like to get into fights. What inspired your band, Briar? No, Briar Bear. So, Briar is the name of Sleeping Beauty, the original one, and Bear as in the folklore, like Mare/Mara, which is the folklore, basically sleep paralysis demon. Normal is immune to ghosts. Yeah, but he asked what's the weakness. Good morning, Egg. Hello, Kota. Welcome. I was also going to say I really hate how the new games they changed the symbols for the types. Like they had a good thing going and then they changed it for some reason. It's so annoying. Okay, subtype. 90% ground, 85% dark, or 84% water. You can see the Pokemon. A Diggersby. Wait, really? Really? I'm this guy? I'm this guy. I don't want to be this guy. I don't want. He's not adorable. He's just a big old buddy. This is really the first time I've seen this Pokemon. No, why is it Diggersby? It's somewhat a color. No. Wait, hold on. Can diffuse tense arguments or situations, mature and patient with others, may feel uncomfortable asking for help, may come up with clever. I guess I should. The rest I don't need to read. With their powerful ears, they can have touch of bonus with ease. They can be a big help at construction sites. Closest matches. Why couldn't it be Zangoose? Zangoose is so much cooler. Look at Zangoose. When angered, it gets up on its hind legs and extends its claws. It's been a rivalry with Survivor dates back over. Why couldn't it be Zangoose? Why do I have to be Diggersby? I think that Pokemon is based on Japanese uncles. Yeah, I think, yeah, he does have like that belly warmer. Well, if it be Diggersby, why could it be Zangoose or Terrapangos? Or Furfro? Literally, you know what? I would take Slacking over Diggersby. Slacking, even though he's a big guy, he hits like a truck. And he's like, oh no! Stoutland or Saluna Vivaro, Persian Monster, least compatible matches. And it's least compatible, and it's both of these are legendaries. I'm not legendary enough. Thank you for taking the Pokemon personality quiz. Are you curious to see your other matches? Oh, I can see this. Oh, okay, so this is like a nice little thing you can screenshot if you want. That's nice, that's cute. Can be cute, I should have done it. But Diggersby, the fight by Diggersby, and the fight by Diggersby. Can we check what type of Reggie bears? Your Pokédex. You find a list of all fully evolved Pokemon, ranked by how closely they match your personality. Ooh. So yeah, Diggersby is numero uno. Yeah, I'm Zangoose, Sheriff Pokemon. So you're looking for Reggie? If it's Reggie, I think it will be Regigigas. Yeah, Regigigas because it's normal time. Diggersby, Zangoose, Sheriff Pokemon, Furfro, Sacking, Stala, 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔, Persian, Buster, Snorlax, why couldn't that be anything? Why am I thinking Diggersby? Wait, what? Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon. Holy crap. Yeah, it just said there's like 400 something Pokemon. Regigigas is much cooler. It is much cooler. Whoop! I'm Diggersby. Okay, hold up. Next quiz, which is this one. Which is okay, so wait, this one that we did is based off of the Hexaco. And we're going to do the Hexaco now. Such talent to create an Excel program to accurately rate someone to beat Diggersby. No, not the Diggersby. Okay, wait, I'll give you guys the next one that I'm doing. You can do the next one. For the VOD, after the stream, I'll put all the ones that we did in the description or something. Maybe in the top comment actually, the pinned comment. This is the next one. This one's like based off of a bit of psychology, but it's online, so it's probably not like legitimate. Because personalities are just factors of nobody can be pinned down into a personality. Okay. Apparently you can take the test in other languages, but the results will still be in English. You can pick the quiz to give you no punny. You're gonna be a little punny? Okay, next one. I wonder how many... Okay, on this website, you can complete the Hexaco Personality Inventory Revise. It usually takes 10 to 30 minutes to complete the inventory, which is 100 questions, plus some additional research questions and optional demographic questions. The results computed from your responses will be provided after you have finished. Your participation is voluntary. You can withdraw from the study at any time for any reason. If you choose to withdraw your responses before the point of withdrawal would not be okay. So it's you can record. Your results can be recorded as like for the study use, I guess. But you can say no. They recommend you use a pooter or a tablet. And this is not a clinical assessment. Okay. Your responses will be aggregated with others and used for academic research. Okay, so like they will compile like everybody's results and then like say like, according the top result is this based off of 100 users, you know, something like that. You be the sexy rabbit. You want to be the sexy rabbit phobia? Oh wait, yes, I understand. Continue. I would be bored to visit an art gallery. Somewhat. Because I'm really bad. Like like modern art gallery. I don't really think I can like appreciate very well. And then for like the old stuff, I would like look at them, and then I walk away. I'll be like, "Ooh, these look cool," and I walk away. Like I don't think I can really appreciate it very well. Like I think there'll be like some stuff. I'll be like, "Woo, touch the album. No, don't do that." I clean my no. Wait, no, yeah, no. I rarely hold a grudge, even against people who have badly wronged me. No, I hold grudge. I feel reasonably satisfied with myself overall. Not really. I would feel afraid if I had to travel in bad weather conditions. Somewhat, yes. If I want something from a person I dislike, I will act very nicely toward that person in order to get it. It depends. It depends. If like... Because like you can dislike someone, but you can still be on good terms with them. I guess Yes. Little bit. I'm interested in learning about the history and politics of other countries. No, not really. That's just shruggy, not really. I don't really like history in general. Why the love buddy? He just likes the cute the pretty Pokemon. Oh wait, hold up. There we go. When working, I often set ambitious goals for myself. No. People sometimes tell me I am too critical of others. I think so. I think I've had like in the past. I think in the past, in the far past, actually, I think I have had people who told. Wait, no, not even. I have had people in the past who told me, "Can you chill a bit regarding to this person? Don't be on their case all the time." I'm like, oh, oops. I rarely express my opinions in group meetings, but yes, that is true. Look up the Lopunny. The Lopunny is a beautiful looking Pokemon with luxurious looking fluffy ears. I sometimes can't worry about. I sometimes can't help worrying about the little things. No, I don't really worry about little things. If I knew that I could never get caught, I would be willing to see $1 billion. I would take some money. I would like a job that requires following a routine rather than being creative. Kind of. I know I'm streaming right now, but it's easier to do something routine than to continuously be creative. I often check my work over repeatedly to find I don't really check my thing. I'm done with the thing. I submit it. I don't look at it ever again. People sometimes tell me that I'm too stubborn. Oh yeah, that's true. People think I'm stubborn. I'm not stubborn. You can't prove it. I avoid making small talk with people. Kind of. Routine job gets done quicker. That is true. Play more video games. When I suffer from a painful experience, I need someone to make me feel comfortable. No. Like, it will be good if like somebody can hear me out, but not necessarily I need them to help me feel comfortable. Having a lot of money is not important. Wait. Having a lot of money is not expression. Somewhat. It's not top priority. Money is good, but not top priority. In this economy, that is true. In this economy. Because like, what if they give you, even if they give you like maybe like 1,000 more than the usual, than similar positions, but then they tell you to work 6 days a week, you know, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to work 6 days a week, you know. So like there is like a little bit of a threshold there. I think that paying attention to radical ideas is a waste of time. I'll be neutral about this. I don't really know what I mean about radical ideas. I make decisions based on the feeling of the moment rather than on careful thought. Yes. I'm very logical but also very impulsive. People think of me as someone who has a quick temper. I don't think so. I feel like I need to ask people that I know. But I believe, based off of experiences within recent years, I don't think we are people. Do you guys think I get mad easily? I mean mad quickly? I don't think I get mad quickly. I used to get mad quickly a lot, especially as a kid, but not really anymore. You are Angies? I'm quick Angies? Have not seen you at all. Angie, but a bit angry, so like legitimately like angry, you know? Like I complain about stuff, I don't like things and whatnot, but I don't think I'm legitimately like angry a lot of for a lot. I'm energetic nearly all the time. No. I feel like crying when I see other people cry. No. Egbo Briar can get pretty angry with stuff, ability stomper. Violent? Violent? I'm an ordinary person with no better than others. Equality. This is an attentiveness check. Please indicate strongly agree. No. I wouldn't spend my time reading a book of poetry. Yes, I don't read poetry. I plan ahead and organize things to avoid scrambling at the last minute. No. Somewhat, but no. Roses are red, briars are blue. My name is Briar and I'm on YouTube. That does not rhyme. My attitude toward people who have treated me badly is forgiven for red. No! Grudge. All the grudges. I think that most people like some aspects of my personality. Yes. Some people think I'm funny. I don't mind doing jobs that involve dangerous work. Not really. Wait, I don't mind doing... Yeah, I don't... No. I don't want to do something dangerous. I think it's wrong to use flattery to get ahead in one's career. Okay, I would slightly disagree because I think at the end of the day, it's good to have good workplace relations connections, you know? Like it's best not to piss off your boss. The grudge team questions is probably for ghost types. Ghost types? This was not the Pokemon one anymore, but the Pokemon one had very similar questions because it's based off of it. I enjoy looking at maps of different places. People enjoy looking at maps of this? No, I don't. Why would... I often push myself very hard when trying to achieve a goal. No. I accept people's faults without complaining about them. I sound like a mosquito. I think I put this because, like, I would accept, but I would probably also complain. Not to say, like, that means you don't accept, but more like, I complain about everything. It's a rich sec. No! In social situations, I'm usually the one who makes the first move. What did I answer for the other one? I think I said it depends, so like, I think I said, like, sometimes. I put disagree. Because I don't really do the first move. You play about boiled eggs pretty often? Yes, I do. I worry a lot less than most people do. I think so, I don't really worry. My mind is a blank state most of the time. I'm too brain rotted. I would be tempted to buy stolen property if I were financially tight. What is that sentence even mean? Like, you have the money, would you buy property that is morally not good? I suppose, I mean, it's tempted. It didn't say you would buy it, so you say you would tempt it. You'd probably be tempted. I'd probably be tempted. I would enjoy creating a work of art such as a novel, a song, or a painting. Well, I've done that already. When working on something, I don't pay much attention to small details. No. I'm usually quite flexible in my opinions when people disagree with me. No, but when people disagree with me, I don't change my opinion, but I'll still listen to them. I enjoy having lots of people around to talk with. I'm live streaming. I guess it's agree, but in the sense that not a lot, just a little bit. That's a chat reference. I'm live streaming. I can handle difficult situations without needing emotional support. Not really. I would like to live in a very expensive difficult situation. Well, if I consider it difficult, then I probably need emotional support. I would like to live in an expensive, high-class neighborhood. No. Because there's probably a lot of upkeep. I like people who have unconventional views. I'm a fence sitter. I make a lot of mistakes because I don't think before I yes. I rarely feel anger, even if people treat me quite badly. No. I'm back. What would you get until now? Oh, welcome back, Lucas. I can tell you, well, this one doesn't show the D&D. D&D, I was a true neutral human. True neutral human wizard. Vampire the Masquerade, I'm a Malkavian. Pokemon, I'm Diggersby. This is totally wrong. And now I'm doing this one. Hello, Viper. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. How are you today? We're doing good. Are you doing good? Oh yeah, so I rarely feel anger, even when people treat me quite badly. So I think like I'm like in the moment. I don't really feel angry in the moment when if people treat me badly. I feel angry later. I fell asleep. You was eating? Was it a good eating? I'm good. Hell yeah. Is Malkavian a good thing? Depends. Malkavian's kind of cool. You're like crazy, but you do have like future sight basically. You're too old for anger? But where is old? I think most people in chat are like Gen Z and early millennial. Wait, no, late millennial. And then we have Briar Trumpet, who is I think 50 something or 60 something. I forgot. I'm not sure. I think he's asleep by now. On most days, I feel cheerful and optimistic. I feel neutral most of the time. Wait. Yeah, probably disagree then. I'm eating scrambled egg. Egg! Is it tasty? I'm a zoomer with very old internals. Your insides are old, but you are a zoomer? When someone I know well is unhappy, I can almost feel that person's pain myself. No, what? People do that? I would feel uncomfortable being treated as a superior person. Kind of. If I had the opportunity, I would like to attend a classical music course. No, really. I'm sorry, it's not my thing. Unless it's like a video game music kind of thing. You're a video millennial? You're a video millennial? Well, actually, isn't the millennial age group generation quite short? Mare isn't an empath. No. I feel nothing. This is a tentative check. Please indicate neutral. Strongly agree, because it told me to indicate strongly agree just now. And I clicked strongly disagree. People often joke with me about the messiness of my room or desk. They don't joke about it. They just tell me my room and desk is very messy. Incidents such as 1980 to 2000 for millennial. Oh! Oh, my sister's a millennial. If someone has cheated me once, I will always feel suspicious. I think so, a little bit. I feel I am unpopular. A little bit. When it comes to physical danger, I am very fearful. What is this question? Yes? No? Yes? Everyone is fearful of physical danger, right? If I want something from someone, I will laugh at that person's worst jokes. No. I'm not gonna laugh at your jokes. I could be like nodding. I won't laugh, you know. I won't tell you it's bad, but I will laugh. I will be very bored of a book about history or science and technology. Yes, I'm really bad with non-fiction. Till that to extreme it fights both people. Physical foot. Oh, so it's like it's for like bungee jumping kind of people. Often when I set a goal, I end up quitting without. That's me. That's bad. So it's not really okay. Maybe it's not really a goal thing. I have like so many projects, and I start a little bit, and I start the next project, and I don't finish the other one. I tend to be lenient in judging other people. No! I just the heck out of you. I just don't tell you. When I'm in a group of people, I'm often the one who speaks on behalf of the group. Not really. I'm not a leader. I rarely, if ever, have trouble sleeping due to stress or anxiety. That is true. That is true. I sleep fairly easy. I sleep a lot. I would never accept a bribe, even if it were very large. Would I never accept a bribe? Never say never. People have often told me I have good imagination. I think people do tell me that I have good imagination, but I don't think I have good imagination. But I can write stories, but I'm not real. I don't think I'm like very good at imagining things. Cause like I don't really like think picture. But I can come up with a lot of crazy things, I guess. But you know what? You wrote a book about magical girls. Okay, fine. I'll put agree. I always try to be accurate in my work, even at the expense of time. Not always. Also, that depends on the work. Try to imagine an apple. Yeah, you say that, but I feel like whenever I read books, I don't really picture things when I read books. I just like absorb the word from the book most of the time. But when writing, it depends. I think for the fight scenes that I wrote for my magical girl story, I definitely was picturing the fight scene. So I was picturing her like jumping here, jumping there. It was like more like scene by scene kind of thing. But most of the time, whenever I write a scene, I just have them in a blank state in the room. They're just standing there talking. Occasionally they do something like they open the fridge, they grab a drink, but most of the time they're just in a blank state in the room. When people tell me that I'm wrong, my first reaction is to argue with them. No, my first reaction is probably just to retreat, because you can't change what people think. I prefer jobs that involve active social interaction to those that involve working alone. No, I work alone. I walk this slowly road. I sang this earlier as well. Whenever I feel worried about something, I want to share my concern with another person. I suppose, like, you know, like close friends. I would like to be seen driving around in a very expensive car. No, I'm gonna get robbed. I think of myself as a somewhat eccentric person. Yes, a little bit. Because I've literally, this it only happened like 1 or 2 times. But I've had people say to my face, you know, I think Briar is eccentric. And they use that exact word. They use eccentric. I'll say for real. Alright, have a good eat, Josh. Thank you for becoming member. Auntie Roger said country roads. Imagination is crazy. For conjured things in her mind for a few weeks and then it returned. Oh, like when she was reading and stuff and like imagining and stuff. Oh no, he brought the yolks before he went to eat. Good job. I don't allow my impulses to govern my behavior. That is not true. I'm very impulsive. Most people tend to get angry more quickly than I do. I feel like this depends. Yeah, I put agree. Because I did say that. I don't really get angry in the moment. I get angry after. So I think based on that, other people will probably get mad first. I gotta leave. It's getting too warm. Oh no, the weather's getting to you. Okay, have a good, even. Well, it is like 10:45. Have a good night, 𝒊𝒏𝒅𝒔. Thank you for dropping by. People often tell me that I should try to cheer up. No. I'm in a state of neutrality. I feel strong emotions when someone close to me is going away for a long time. No? I think I am entitled to more respect. No? I'll probably stay a bit in the series. I'm only like 50%. Though for this one's quite a lot. Actually less than 50%. We've done a few pages already. You can check the bar later. Sometimes I like to watch the wind as it blows through the trees. No? Do people like to watch paint dry as well? I'm kidding. Sort of. Kind of. It's probably more interesting wind through the trees. When working, I sometimes have difficulties due to being disorganized. Yes, I'm very disorganized. Please indicate strongly disagree. I'll indicate agree. I find it hard to fully forgive someone who has done something mean to me. Yes. I sometimes feel that I am a worthless person. Not anymore. Maybe it's not disagree. Even in an emergency, I wouldn't feel like panicking. I mean, you have to be in an emergency to kind of tell. You know what? I'll probably panic. It's an emergency. Good to hear that. Hell yeah. I would feel guilty about pretending to be like someone just to get. Wait. I would feel guilty about pretending to like someone just to get what I want from them. No. Why would I feel guilty? I've never really enjoyed looking through an encyclopedia. No, I used to like encyclopedias as a kid. As a kid though. I do only the minimum amount of work needed to get by. Yes. I'm not gonna wage at my slaves. Save at my wage. Hey Briar, hey chat. Hello Flash, welcome Flash. We're doing personality tests. I'm on the the fourth one. I have a couple more. I don't know if we'll do all of them. I'm halfway through this one. Even when people make a lot of mistakes, I rarely say anything negative. No. Wait, no, I do say things. I might not say as much things, depending on the situation. I'm more polite these days. I tend to feel quite self-conscious when speaking in front of a group of people. I'm live streaming. I guess a little bit. Also being a teacher, I'm unemployed right now because I'm back in school. But as a teacher, you have to get up, you have to stand in front and talk a lot in front of everybody anyway. Nobody listens. So it doesn't really matter what you say. You do have to say a lot of things. Did I hear Joshua Bork? Yeah, he's downstairs, he's just borking. I get very anxious when waiting to hear about an important decision. I guess a little bit. Yes, I would. I'd be tempted to use counterfeit. No, don't do that. I don't think of myself as the artistic or creative type. I don't think of what I think I'm creative, but I'm not like very creative. I'll put myself back in the fridge. You're going back to the fridge? Are you gonna pull a Mr. Bean where he like opens the fridge and leaves it in front of his bed? People often call me a perfectionist. I think some people do. I find it hard to compromise with people when I really think I'm... Yes. Oh wait, no. Hard to compromise. Hard to compromise. You know, yes. The first thing I always do in a new place is make friends. No. One of my jobs. One of my jobs. I had a job. I joined the company. I only made friends after a whole year. And a whole year I did not talk to anybody. I would close the fridge door myself. That is so true. It's very hard these days. I rarely discuss my problems with other people. Not really. I tell you guys a lot about my situations. I would get a lot of pleasure from owning expensive luxury goods. No. Because I'll be afraid that I ruined it. Because you know it's very expensive and you'll be like, oh no, I have a stain on my really expensive shirt. Did you have a fancy business card? For my job? For my job, no, I never had an expensive business card for my job, but I did make a business card for vtuber. I still have them. I still have a bunch. I should probably give them out. But the problem is I only give them out to people who buy things. And the people who buy things are the people who already know me. Because I don't really like to give out business cards. Because I give out a business card to people who don't know me, they're just gonna chuck it in the trash. But I guess that is the gamble, you know. They might keep it and like, oh, I'm gonna check this person out. But 99% of the time it's going to the trash. I get angry when I get a stain on the shirt. I like, ooh, when I want an $800 shirt. Exactly. 6 copies of my cheaper shirt. I finished it. What did you get, Mal? I find it boring to discuss philosophy. Yes. I prefer to do whatever comes to mind, rather than stick to a plan. No. It depends. My brain hurts. Why does your brain hurt? What happened? There's a pic of you on the card. I'm sure anyone will keep it. It has Goober on the back and like the first bottle 1.0 Briar on the front. And then it has like youtube.com at Briar. I find it hard to keep my temper when people insult me. No, I'll be angry, but I won't like show it externally. Most people are more upbeat and dynamic than I generally am. Yes, I remain unemotional even in situations where most people get very sentimental. Somewhat. I want people to know that I am an important person of high status. No, I'm not an important person of high status. I have sympathy for people who are less fortunate than I am. Not really. I would say a little bit. but a little bit is like not really. You know, like I don't think a little bit is enough to click like agree. Better watching Titanic be like, oh, oh. I haven't seen Titanic since I was a kid. I try to give generously to those today. I said this earlier, but whenever I give money away, well, not really money away, but whenever I donate, it's mostly to animal things. It wouldn't bother me to harm someone I didn't like. Yes, because you don't like them. You don't like them. People see me as a hard-hearted person. I think so. If for any reason your responses do not reflect your personality, please let us know. Yes, they reflect my personality. Your feedback will be provided no matter how you answer. I think this is just for like their study purposes because they might use this for like research. Have you previously completed this on this website? No. Next few questions, 3 minutes. What level in each of the physical activities? Endurance training. Okay. You know, I don't think Ring Fit counts for any of these. Tell us about yourself. Prefer not not to answer. Why does it go up to 114? Prefer not to answer. Which country? Oh, okay. I'll tell you about country. Which Malaysia? Which Malaysia? Where is Malaysia? Oh, here it is. Ah, fudge. Where is it? Malaysia. What is I'm a lady. What is but I'm still a lady. Wait. Oh wait. I guess this one don't need to answer. Maybe none of them. Pokemon Go is pretty impressive. Yo, but yes. What do you mean, Baba? Why you get shocked every time? What do you mean? How do you describe yours? I don't know. Is there an I don't know option? Prefer not to answer. If English is not your first English, I think English is my first English. Not applicable. Which of the following describes your ethnic background? What's Chinese? Of Chinese. But the problem is, you say East Asia, they might think you're actually in East Asia. But if you say Southeast Asian, you might think you're Southeast Asian. Yeah, I mean, I'm Southeast Asian, but ethnically, it's complicated. What is the highest level of education you have completed? Professional. Graduate. Wait, professional or graduate? Wait, no. Should it be college? It's college, right? How religious do you consider? No. No, yeah, no. What is your religious background? I'm supposed to be this. Okay, next. Okay, other. Oh my. What was my? Well, my upbringing wasn't religious, but I had a brief period of being very religious when I was a child, but that was not because of parental upbringing, but rather societal upbringing. I don't think I'll put 2. How would you describe your political orientation? I'm a dirty fence sitter. What is your marital status? I've never married, living with partner, separated, divorced, widowed, never married. So never married. I'm confused. We're single. We're single. Prefer not to answer. Which of the following describes your position in the household in which you grew up? Youngest. I do. When you were a child, how many children, including yourself, were raised together in your household? Can I say like 1.5? I guess 2 technically, but it's more like 1.5. Who raised you? Parental units. Oh. If you completed attending a post-secondary education, would it feel better to describe your major area of study? What is it? Is this social sciences? Is it languages, social science? You know what? I prefer that ones. I'm too lazy. Which of the following describe? I'm unemployed. Unemployed. You know what? I don't want to answer. Your results are very likely invalid due to ineffective responding. Is it just because I trolled you and like because it kept telling me click agree, click disagree, and I'm like no, I went the exact opposite, and I'm like, watch out, your results are gonna be not okay. Fine. Oh my god, I'm compuzzled. Oh yeah, I can see why everybody's compuzzled now. What the heck is this? Okay. I feel like I need... Oh, wait, no, wait. There is a... Okay. What do the percentile numbers mean? The percentiles indicate the percentage of respondents whose scores are below a given number. So 10% of respondents are below 10%. Oh, okay. So like 90% is like the most people... Wait, no, that can't be right. My brain. Okay, hold up. What do the scale scores mean? Scale scores here are calculated. So average score is 5. About then what is if there's an average? Why is there a percentile? About 2/3 of people have scores between 4 and 6. 1/6 are below. If you take all the hand score, who are the people with whom my scores are compared? Compared with Canadian universities. Why are some traits uppercase? Uppercase are 6 hexagonal personality factors. The 4 trait names below are the narrower facet level traits that belong to each factor. The remaining trait, altruism, is a facet level trait that is related to 3 broad factors. Honestly, please see appendix. There's an appendix? Okay, thank goodness. Is the highest score better? If I really above below, what should I conclude? Give your insight of the basic. I have almost 5k video and every video follow is contained in the playlist. Ooh, you have a lot of playlists then. How can I learn more? We suggest our books. Can make a small donation. Appendix. Okay. Honesty or humility. Persons with very high scores avoid. Okay, wait. Hold on. Which one's high? Which one's supposed to be? What is percentile mean again? Percentage of respondents whose scores are below a given number. I'm so puzzled. The playlist is public. Oh, that's nice. Okay, wait. I think I'm gonna open the Wikipedia page about this because I also have the Wikipedia page. Link saved. So if I do that. Okay, we have the Wikipedia page for this. The hexagonal model of because this one is kind of like a psychology thing, I think. The hexagonal model of personality structure is a 6-dimensional model of human personality. Okay. So it's like these. It's like honesty, emotion, extrovert, agreeable, conscientious, openness. Conceptualizes human personality, but what the percentile is? Which one is scoring? Okay, no, I think this is just explaining the thing. This is not really explaining what this. I'm cordial. Yes. Oh wait, I understand. I understand that. Okay, so they did say 5 is the average score. And 50%, because like if you look at this one, dependence is at my dependence is 5, which means it's average. and it's at 50% is right here. So I think 50%, the lines are basically another way to look at the average. And 10%, so like 10% people score like this much. So even though like this is kind of low, at least 10% score this much. But then you go downwards further, that means less than 10% people score these that I have. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. So basically, I think the... Okay, so we have the Odyssey. I think these are factors under it. Let me just check. Where's the part where it says... Why are they in uppercase? There are broad personality factors. The 4 trait names are the narrower facet level traits. Okay, so basically... Okay, what is altruism actually? What is altruism? Where is it? Altruism and facet level related 3 of them. Okay, so basically the first one, the big ones are the... like the general one, and then the words below are saying what I am more inclined, like the under the Odyssey ability. So for example, okay, so basically again like this, because this one's also kind of based off the hexacle, but this one's like an unofficial one. This one's more like a research type thing. So this one, Odyssey and Humanity, I also scored very high, and everything else is very low. This is pretty much the same, except for... Actually, no, it's pretty much the same. I've scored very low for everything else. Except for Honesty and Humility. Because, yeah, I'm a bit higher than the average for Honesty and Humility. Mostly because it seems like... Mostly because of greed avoidance. I'm not very greedy. And I'm very modest. Like, I'm not greedy, and I'm modest. So that's why it's quite high, because sincerity and fairness also kind of low. But to be fair, not as low as the others, because the others that I have are like less than... most of them are less than 10% of like the respondents, I guess. So my honesty and humility very high. Emotional, I'm very fearful apparently. Wait, can I save this image? I can save this. I'll save it later. Okay, so we got fearful, which is quite fearful for some reason, and a little bit of anxiety, which is a bit crazy because like... Well, I guess anxiety is also like worrying before it happens, while fearful might be more like as it happens. Dependence at 50. Sentimental, not very sentimental. Extroversion, yeah, I'm not an extrovert. I don't think we need to look at this one. Agreeableness, I'm not very agreeable. I guess that makes sense, but I'm patient and flexible. Well, not really flexible, but I am patient. But I don't forgive. I'm not gentle. Okay, that makes sense. I did keep saying that I was gonna have a grudge, and that I would not agree to other people's opinions trying to change me. But at the same time, I'm not trying to change other people. Conscientious. Yeah, I'm very disorganized. I'm not very hardworking. But I am a perfectionist a bit. Prudence. Okay. Openness. Not very open either. Not very appreciate... Oh, I don't appreciate aesthetics. I guess that makes sense. I did say, like, I don't really look at art galleries. Inquisitive. I'm not don't really question it much. But I'm creative. A little bit unconventional. Okay, I guess I kind of understand. Sort of. Greed avoidance. Tendency to be uninterested in possessing lavish wealth, luxury goods. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'll look at that later. That's pretty interesting. I can see why this is more like an actual, like, research type thing. Okay. Well, it's 3 hours. We can keep going. We're not streaming tomorrow anyway. I have 2 more. These are on. This one's on. The next 2 are on open source psychometrics project. We've probably seen this before somewhere. Cause like this is the one website where it has a bunch of psychology tests and like quizzes. It says 3 to 8 minutes to complete, which probably would take me like half an hour because I'm talking and yap too much. So this one's the more common one. This one's like based off Big 5. I think if you've done any personality tests, you've probably heard a bit about Big 5. It's not like MBTI, which is the Myers-Briggs one, but it's one of the personality tests that floats around that people say like is a thing, you know? Yes. Here you go. I'm the life of the party. No, I don't party. I feel little concern for others. A little bit, yes. I get stressed out easily. Not really, no. I've always prepared. Not really. I have a rich vocabulary. I can speak eloquently and form no. Yeah, a little bit. I don't talk a lot. Not really. I think when you get me talking, I can talk a lot. But with like certain people, but mostly I don't really talk. But if I get talking, I talk a lot, that kind of thing. Slightly disagree. I'm interested in people. Not really. Something wrong with Briar? Up to perfect. No, I'm not perfect. Hello, Greg. Welcome. I have 2 more personality tests I'm doing. I'm trying to speed it a little bit. This one's 50 questions. I already pinned it in the chat. If you guys want to do it. I'm relaxed most of the time. Sort of. I leave my belongings around. Very true. I have difficulty understanding abstract ideas. A little bit, yes. I feel comfortable around people. Oh? No. I insult people. No, I don't do that. I worry about things. No. I pay attention to, yes. I have a vivid imagination, a little bit. I keep in the background. This is going kind of fast now because we know some questions have been, they use the same type of questions sometimes. I keep in the background. Yes. I sympathize with others' feelings. No. I seldom feel blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, da-ba-die, da-ba-dee, so I disagree. Got this test in the bag. I'm gonna score an A+. You make a mess of things. Yes. I'm not interested in abstract ideas. Kind of. I start conversations. Somewhat. I'm not interested in other people's problems. Somewhat. But it's nice to hear tea, you know? I'm easily disturbed. Not really. I get chores done, but no. I have excellent ideas. No. 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 I have little to say. No. I have a soft heart. No. I get upset easily. Kind of. I often forget to put things back in their proper place. Very true, everything's messy. I do not have a good imagination. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of different people at parties. No, I don't talk to anybody at parties. I don't go to parties. I'm not really interested in others. Pretty much. I change my mood a lot. Not really. State of neutrality. I'm a dirty fence sitter. I like order. Order in the court. What? But sometimes chaos is fun. I disagree. I'm quick to understand things. I think so. I don't like to draw attention to myself. I think so. I take time out for others. Sometimes. Not Not really. Sometimes, but not really. Sometimes, I have frequent mood swings. I think maybe sometimes, but not really as well. Not really. I shirk my duties. Yes! I use difficult words. I wangle my vocabulary so often. Order, no parties. Order, no parties. Wait. Glasses. I too can have glasses. I don't mind being the center of attention. No. I feel others' emotions. How do you feel other people's emotions? I get irritated easily. A little bit. I follow a schedule. Kind of. I have a stream schedule. My friend can say, well, alright, hello, the dot hacker, keep it master, thank you for dropping in, thank you for coming, saying hi. Have a good one day. I spend time reflecting on things, not reading. I am quiet around strangers. Yes. I make people feel at ease. No. I often feel blue, da-ba-dee. I'm exacting in my work. Yes. I am full of ideas. Kind of. We done did it. You have completed the personality test. You want to do a survey? No. No more survey. Bark you. Da-ba-dee. Okay, extra. What is it? When's it like that? Why? Your results from the beeg 5-factor progress are in the table below. The table contains a raw score and also a percentile. What percent of other people have taken the test that you score higher than? Oh. I score higher than 19% of this. Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, you understand. So, 90% were extrovert. 74%. Wait, that's so funny. Wait, 74% emotional stability. So like, out of everybody that taken the test, I've scored higher than 74% of them. And that way, I've only scored higher for agreeableness by 1%. Really? Am I that disagreeable? 74% in this garbage job? It's not bad indeed. And then everything else is kind of low. Conscientiousness and imagination. But were people just saying that they get upset a lot? I don't think... Are people... Maybe I'm just not an emotional person. Factor 1 was labeled as extroversion. Factor 1 is given other names. It's characterized by an individual's tendency to seek out social interaction and stimulation. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't do that. I guess that's why it's 19. They must more likely to engage in risk-taking behaviors. Score low are more introverted and reserved. They may prefer to spend time alone. That makes sense. Okay, what about the second one? Emotional stability. I'm dumb. Individuals who score high on emotional stability are characterized as being emotionally resilient, calm, and even-tempered. They tend to experience fewer negative emotions and are better able to cope with stress and adversity. They are more likely to exhibit positive emotions such as happiness, contentment, and enthusiasm. No, all you have to do is just shove everything down. In contrast, individuals who score low on emotional stability tend to be more prone to negative emotions such as anxiety, depression, and anger. They are more reactive to stress, finding it difficult to cope with challenging situations. Oh. I guess they just get lots of stress. People who score high on emotional stability tend to have better mental health outcomes, lower rates of depression and anxiety, and have better physical health. No. Physical health? No. They are on list. They're in the Death Note now. They're getting entered into the website that only appears at midnight. Additionally, they tend to have more stable and supportive relationship. Okay. Agreeableness. Yeah, I did not score high. I scored the lowest for agreeableness. It's only 1. Score high on agreeableness are warm, kind, and considerate. Individuals who score low are more competitive and skeptical. I guess that makes sense. I am skeptical. They may be less motivated to maintain social harmony and may be more likely to express their opinions forcefully. No, I wouldn't do that. I would disagree, but I would just shut up. I'll just go away. Briar's not sheep. I'm not a sheeple. Agreeableness is linked to a range of outcomes, including interpersonal relationships. They score high tend to have more positive and supportive relationships. Better mental health outcomes. Again, excessively high levels of agreeableness have negative consequences, such as being overly compliant or lacking assertiveness. Well, I guess I'm not that. Okay, what's the next one? Conscientiousness. Individuals who score high on conscientiousness are characterized as being reliable, hardworking, and efficient. Yeah, no. Low. Well, I've low for everything, except for emotional stability. Low on conscientiousness tend to be more impulsive and disorganized. That's me. They may have difficulty setting and achieving goals. That's me. More likely to engage in behaviors that are in their best interest. That is me. There's not much for personality diversity. This one is like very short. Range of outcomes, individuals high on conscientiousness. Okay. And then the last one is intellect or imagination. Individuals who score low on openness experience tend to be more traditional and conservative. That's not true. I'm not traditional. Oh, good. Maybe I am. I'm a dirty fence sitter. People can be assertive at work and not assertive in personal life. Yeah, that's true. Brr, hello. What is it, Greg? I already said hello already. Familiar and predictable experiences. Okay, that's kind of true. I do kind of like order the same things at restaurants, kind of thing. Okay, it's okay. We could do the last one now, which is also on the same website, but this one's a little bit more interesting. Perhaps this was also done by progressive Canadians. But this one's a little bit more interesting because this one ties your result to like a fictional character. Order the same things. Yeah, I usually order like the same few things at restaurants. Because I know what I like. Yeah, I know what to change what I like. Yeah, so this one will tell you, this one will give, the medium time is 3 minutes. Okay, you can do it 3 minutes. So, wait, the test is made of pairs of adjectives with a slider, so you just pick which one you fall to. Yeah, so basically after you finish it, it'll tell you what fictional character you're kind of like. So I thought this was a kind of fun thing to end off. Alright, let's start. Okay, there are 36 questions, and then you just like pick which, like, go, like, how many percent you think. Angelic or demonic? I'm a dirty fence sitter. Yeah? I'm a dirty fence. I'm not. Yeah, I'm a dead middle. Formal or intimate? Very formal. Very formal. I'm very, very formal. Frugal or lavish? I don't think I'm very frugal, but I'm not entirely lavish. I think like a little bit on like lavish side. Like I might buy like something kind of expensive, but not like super expensive, you know? The heck frugal means? Like you like to cost save stuff, save pennies, save money. Like maybe if you leave the house, you unplug everything so that you don't waste electricity. And I don't mean turning everything off. I mean like very extreme would be like pulling out all the plugs and stuff like that. Blue collar or ivory tower? I think I'm mostly like desk jobs. Loyal. Outlaw or sheriff? I don't take kindly to your types around here. How do you address Shedfi? I'll be like, hey, pretty lady. I guess. Outlaw of sheriff. Outlaw of sheriff. Do I follow the law or do I enforce the law? Do I outlaw? I don't know. Okay, I don't actively go and break the... No, wait, no. Do I actively go and break them? Okay, I think I follow more laws than I break them. You can't prove anything. Emotional or logical? Very logical. A little bit emotional, but mostly logical. Creepy or disarming? Isn't that kind of both? Don't they both mean the same? I don't... Cause if you're creepy, it's also kind of disarming. Maybe disarming is more like you're innocent and then they don't want kind of thing. I don't know. I'm gonna skip the question. Creepy or chubby? Yeah, that makes more sense. Briar Bear destroys betas with facts and logics. I'm so logical. Slovenly or stylish? I think okay. I don't really dress very well at all because I don't really care about how I look because I have low self-confidence and all that. But when I was in better shape, I was a bit stylish. You know, I'm still a little shy. I wear nice shirts at least. Apparently, the testes of the Barship movie, they think you're... I forgot what it was. You think you're Bat Damon? You're Bat Damon, Flash? Dunes or genius? I'm not a Dunes. I'm not a genius either. A little bit smart. A little bit. Feisty or gracious? I'm fairly feisty. Bossy or meek? It depends. I don't think I'm bossy, but I don't think I'm not meek. I'm a little bit bossy. Apparently, you're Bat Damon now. Alpha or beta? But by choosing alpha, you are a beta. So would picking beta be alpha? No, picking beta means you're super beta, right? Can I just... Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. I'll skip some questions. The fudge is this slider? It is for entertainment purposes only. But by choosing beta, you're super beta. Exactly. In the moral of the story, everyone's a beta. Use the slider, creative or conventional? A little bit creative. Orderly or chaotic? A little. Not orderly. Am I chaotic? I think I'm a little bit orderly. Just a slight bit. High tech or low tech? More high tech. I play video games. Charming or awkward? I'm awkward in the charming way. I'm charming in an awkward way as well. Spiritual or skeptical? Oh, skeptical. Selfish or altruist? I'm pretty selfish. A little bit. Even though I slid it all the way over there. Adventurous or stick in the mud? I'm a stick in the mud. Nerd! I'm a nerd. Haunted or blissful? Huh? Wonderful weather. I'm gonna skip this. Deranged or reasonable? Who would call themselves deranged? You know, I'll be a deranged. By picking deranged, I'm deranged. Arcade or mainstream? Arcade? Wild or taped? I'm not crazy. Artistic or scientific? For artistic. Sarcastic or I'm pretty genuine. Stinky? Oh my god, it's Meow's question! The arcade one, what the heck? Indulgent or sober? That's confused. Hey, no, it is you. Indulgent or sober? I don't drink. Masculine or feminine? I think by being a girl, I'm feminine. Wait, no, not all girls are feminine. Okay, but more feminine. Just by being a girl. Like default. A little bit more feminine. But not very feminine. What's wrong with me? No! I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. Juvenile or mature? I think a little bit mature. Obedient or rebellious? I'm obedient but in a rebellious way. Like I hide my rebellion. Briar's masculine activities. I love Bojack. That's why. That's why I can have a mustache. Social or reclusive? I'm very reclusive. Strict or lenient? I think I'm lenient. A little bit. Poisonous? Poisonous? I'm a toxic Pokemon. Deep or shallow? I don't think I'm deep or shallow. I guess if I say I'm not deep, I'm shallow. Do we try? You get nommed on and with the perish. I'll get the results. Let's see who I am. Let's see who I am. You like a malicious compliance. That is a fun subreddit. Who is this person? Who is this person? Peter Gregory from Silicon Valley. Who is this person? I think I have to search this up. 83% match. Wow, amazing. Wow, who would have thought? Complete match. Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. Well, I know Sheldon a bit. Briar's become no. Phileas Flitwick from Harry Potter. I really don't know a lot of these. Lisa Simpson, 77%. It's all the nerds! I guess that makes sense. I did put 100% nerd. And I think that affected it. Briar's a Silicon Valley tech bro. I'm a tech bro! Phileas is a challenge professor. Yes, I remember. He's the short one. He's the one who goes Wingardium Leviosa. It's all the nerds. Look at him. I gotta do this, but it's crazy. Oh, this was crazy. Cogsworth. Oh wait, no, it's Beauty and the Beast. But I don't know why when I looked at Cogsworth, I immediately was like, Fallout 4 Cogsworth? But no, it's Beauty and the Beast. That makes more sense. Dion Genesis Evangelion Ray Ayadabi? I didn't know much Evangelion. Is that good? It's one of the waifus, right? How do I find it again? Oh, it's linked in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. But I'm gonna put all the ones that we did today in the description. I think we're done. No, I don't have any more. I don't have any more personalities. I'll put them in the description. Link to all tests. Put them in the description. What? I got it. You got it. Well, I'm pretty much done. Unless there's like any that you guys think I should do. Donald Duck. I got it. I can't do the Donald Duck voice. Oh, but I should look up who this guy is. Actually, I'm gonna hide it just in case like Google says like this is your entire home address. Because sometimes Google does that. And it's not cool, Google. Don't do that. Okay, let's see. Christopher Evan Welch. Is this the same guy? Yeah, this is the same guy. Why is it Christopher Evan and he's not Peter? Oh, it's no. It's, oh, this is. Oh wait, no. This is actor. Hold up. There's one, but it's too yabai. What is it? At first gets your question, but the whole question Pico Fly. Okay, Peter Gregory was a billionaire tech investor and main character in HBO Silicon Valley. What did he do? Known for advocating that adolescents skip college, he offers to give students $100,000 to drop out of school and pursue their dreams. When Peter gets wind of Richard's algorithm, he effectively goes after it, offering $200,000 for a 5%. What? His mind works in a different way. He can see complex connections in disconnected elements. In touch with burger food he derived from examining the sesame seeds or hamburger buns. The price of sesame seeds would spike when cicadas in Myanmar and Brazil would decimate sesame crops. Oh, he's just crazy. I'm a crazy guy. The Omegaverse one? Why would I do that one? That is yabai. Isn't that only for like, and isn't the Omegaverse entirely like kingpins anyway? I'm gonna go to this screen. I still have my mustache. We could chill for a little bit though. You guys find some of the personality tests interesting? I guess actually the most interesting one would probably be the D&D one, because you can see like you're a neutral or you're like a chaotic, because you get the alignment and stuff. And the Pokemon one is just fun in general because you got your Pokemon. Interesting. What about? It was some neat quizzes. We did some neat things today. Neat things. If you guys enter late, you're interested in the personality quizzes we did earlier, all link in description now. You can do it later if you want. Yo, big rabbit with digging gears. No! Not a big rabbit. I'm not. Okay, yeah, we chill for a little bit. I don't know if you guys wanna do any other quizzes. Mr. Eggjohn, Mr. Egg Type? Why is it Egg Type? Also, at the same time, like, of course, you can't do any yabai quiz on the YouTubes and whatnot. But at the same time, I don't think it'd be very interesting for me to do yabai quiz, because I'll just be like, no, I wouldn't do this. Why? Why do people like these things? You know, that'd just be me. The Sigma quiz? What's the Sigma quiz? Why is there Sigma quiz? Where's my... Oh, there it is. Do a stretch. Do a big stretch. Stretching. We learned so much about Brad from his yabai quiz. Oh yeah, he did do a yabai quiz. The context is that 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 of the back library, who is sometimes in chat, he did the BDSM quiz. He did the BDSM quiz for the entire stream, and it was very interesting. Both not because he had interesting answers. It's just the reactions. It's just like, what is this? What? You know? We just ran a quiz for 3 hours. But we did it together. Cause you guys did it together. Cause we did it. Wait, I should unpin this. Together. There's also that quiz very yabai. Yeah, it is very yabai. It's so yabai. I probably would. Yeah, I don't know. I could do it, but not on stream. No, I'm not doing it on stream. I have done it before though. I think it's mostly just you're very boring, just like 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 of the back library. I could do it and I'll put it as a 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 post, and you're like, no, you can't keep it. Where's my water? Oh, grab my water. I finished my water apparently. You got Betsy Heron from Bean Girls. Who is Betsy Heron? Hold on, I can Google that. I know Mean Girls, but I don't know who is Betsy Heron. Oh! Her mother? You got her brother? You got the main character's brother? Wait, no, it's not the main character's brother. Is it? Wait, hold on. Oh, it is the main character's brother. You got the main character's brother. The first character I recognize. I got random Silicon Valley Tech Bro. Also, Queen Elizabeth, you're the same personality as the Queen? Amazing. Okay, I should probably explain what we are doing the rest of the week. I do have a stream schedule. It's just only on the Discord server. But okay, today we did personality tests, and tomorrow it's an off day. We're not streaming tomorrow night. Wednesday, crime scene cleaner. We're going to continue mopping up the stains of blood and murder. And then Thursday, no stream on Thursday. Friday, we are gonna watch some ASMR on stream. Yeah, that stream's gonna get copyrighted. And we're gonna read some copy pastes. I realized that a lot of the copy pastes are very not safe for work. So we're not gonna read anything too crazy. It's part of a donathongo. I'm doing 2 things in one stream. It's part of a donathongo. And then on the weekend, we're doing Kingdom Hearts 3. We're finally doing Kingdom Hearts 3. You got Freddy's Fit Week. I did that too. I got that one as well. And also Friend and Stuff. It was one of my top ones as well. You got Luna Lovegood. What's back in 2015 quiz? But Luna Lovegood's pretty cool. Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes. Okay. Now that we do a yapping, and we want the name, and now with the yapping, you know who's online? You know who is awake to this? Board this electric boogaloo. Board this electric boogaloo. You know who is streaming? You know where we're going? We're going! It's a buffet mediator! What is a mediator? Couldn't you just say Buffet Magician? Buffet Magician would fit more. But actually mediator could work. But yes, we are going to Buffet Magician. In name and profession. Alright guys. Thank you for coming today. It was fun. If you guys have any more quiz you think I should do, you can come to Discord and I put it in Discord. Cookie corruption. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. I hope you guys had fun. You get to know more about me. I get to know more about you. Thanks for sure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming today. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good evening or else. Bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye.